In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony. Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, we might want to push the program button down before we broadcast. We started about 10 seconds ago. Words! Now it doesn't make sense. Never mind. I'll do that break tomorrow. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. Give me that!
Wow. He needs his coffee.
Our phone number, 877-212-5762. That number, once again, 877-212-5762. What's wrong, Jimmy?
That was just so awful and selfish, the way to say that.
That's my new bit. It's the give me that bit.
Give me that.
I'm going to be developing that in the coming weeks. We developed the stupidest bits in radio. What are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Just want to make sure everyone understands. You're listening to a very interactive radio show. Extremely interactive. In the past, we've called it like the people's radio show for the most part. They kind of control us. They're the puppet masters. They take us in directions we didn't even know we were going to go in. All of a sudden, a phone call comes in. We're like, all right, we could go there.
Yeah.
So don't forget that. Most radio shows, just sit back and you listen to the babble and you're bored out of your mind. But see, here, when it gets kind of boring, you're like, you know what? I'm going to throw a wrench into the situation, call them up and talk about blank.
Whatever.
We love that part of the show. So that's why we give out the number a lot. You should write it down because eventually you're going to need it.
We're here for you.
877-212-5762. Then we got the instant feedback online on our websites that we can't really promote because Steve is a porn peddler.
Porn peddler? I heard it's because it's like he's 18 clicks away from a boobie. For some reason, if you're, within 18 clicks of a boobie.
Who knows?
You can't say the website.
Who knows? But we have websites. Try to figure them out. That's always fun. Have the listeners guess what your website is.
Yeah. That's a great way to get traffic to your website.
Yeah, exactly. But
just guess. How many .coms are there out there?
If you do find the one website that has it, there's a link for instant feedback, and that's a great tool as well because you can do it from your cell phones even, you know? And you could just write little comments about what we're talking about, maybe a funny line or something, and then we steal your funny line to make ourselves look better.
Exactly.
And then every once in a while we give you credit, just so it looks like we're actually using the instant feedback and giving you credit. And then, of course, I hear Jimmy's mic, and we'll.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy's still not fixed.
Well, Jimmy, you know something? You can't keep these things to yourself. If you have a problem with the mic, why don't you say something or tell somebody? All I've heard for like 2 weeks has been how Jimmy's mic is making noise. He's complained about it. It is not fixed.
No, and now it's just wilting.
It's wilting.
Like it's standing.
Tug on it.
Uh-oh, here comes Tim with his new haircut.
Where? I replaced it this morning.
Oh, he replaced it this morning.
Look at what it's doing.
Look. Jimmy's microphone needs Viagra.
Jimmy's mic is wilting. He doesn't touch it.
Looks like me when I'm frightened.
Oh, he's scared. Your mic is scared.
Jimmy is like all, slouched over trying to do the show with us. All right, you have to go. What? Hold on. What?
Sorry, I will fix that right away.
All right.
That's easy.
All right.
Sorry, Jimmy.
That's okay.
Jimmy, you're gonna get
scurried off.
Jimmy, you're gonna hurt your neck. You can't do the show like that.
That hairdo sucks. Hey, when is Boris Karloff gonna come in here and fix the mic? Oh my God, is that awful?
Throw a child down the well and come in here and fix this mic.
Oh, he couldn't do it right because they sewed the wrong hands on him. That Frankenstein do is horrendous.
I think he knew it too because yesterday he wore a hat. I don't think he was brave enough to kind of show us the haircut.
No!
And then he's like, "All right, it went okay yesterday with the cap on. I'll take the cap off today."
Fix this microphone. Yes, master.
What about Igor, the intern? We got an intern that looks like Igor.
Yeah.
Which one?
What? Jared? What's his name? Jared.
A virtual horror show.
Wait, now I have to turn on. What mic is that? How about this one? Talk.
Check it, Jimmy.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
That sound fine?
Yeah.
I got it. Thanks. That's perfect. All right, cool. All right.
It just falls down. Oh, good. There's two screwdrivers. Don't scare him like that.
This is unbelievable. This is how we start a syndicated radio show.
Oh, there we go.
Enjoy, America. You're listening to the best.
Yes.
He just squeezed it with all his strength, and he crushed the metal and made it stay.
You're listening to the best radio has to offer as we fix a microphone in front of 25 cities.
That's it.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway, I was talking about the interactive part of this radio show. And then you got the pal talk. Then you got the girls, with their cleavage, because the cleavage is in this year.
Yes, I heard cleavage is the new black.
But Pal Talk is terrific, and we appreciate all our Pal Talkers out there listening to the show and showing us a little something from time to time. They tend to show us boobies when we're getting a little boring on the radio, which is very nice for everybody.
I was on the Pal Talk last night at the house for a little while.
Yeah.
I do that at home, too. Pop on, see who's hanging out. Because at any time of the day or night, you could pop into an Opie and Anthony fan room on Pal Talk, and there's just a crap load of people in there.
Yeah.
And their cameras are on, they're interacting with each other, doing things, getting naked. It's great.
Do you see, like, sex acts on Pal Talk?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. Sex acts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you see, like, guys just getting yelled at by their chick?
Yeah.
For being on the computer too long?
There's just anything. Anything can go on.
Yeah.
You have no clue what it's going to be until you pop it up. It's a little smorgasbord of just porno. Some of them very boring windows. And then I was clicking through everybody's little picture windows, and there were some attractive girls and some dogs, and then
what are the dogs doing to the attractive girls?
No. I mean doggedly women. Not quite as, because there are some really hot girls, and then some girls that maybe should keep the cams off, and then all the guy fans are just like everyone we see out there.
Oh, really?
They just either got a whack bag or a FBA shirt on, and they're just usually very rotund, and they're sitting there staring into the camera at the attractive girls.
I was reading in the Washington Post this would be a perfect time. We were just talking about this in the office. Years ago, Ant and I said that, we're coming to an age where everyone's just going to live their lives online, and their lives online are going to be way more important than their regular lives.
Your dull life, usually when I know when I was working for a living, it was pretty much a dull life. You try to make your little moments for yourself, like I had a band and things like that. For the most part, you go to work, you go to a job you pretty much don't like, you come home, you eke out your bills and stuff like that, maybe catch your favorite TV show, things like that.
Can I interrupt you? I got to just tell the boys in the back office, there's a radio show that's trying to set a record by having like a lot of people play the guitar. Can you get that audio? This is the business that we're proud to be in, I got to tell you.
That's the cutting-edge stuff you're able to do these days.
Wow! Anyway. So, your boring life.
Yeah. So, you get online, though, and you could be anything. Be anything you want. You're so, and it depends on how immersive the game or activity is online.
Can you be
as to how exciting your life will become?
Can you be a chick with big boobies?
You could be anything. There are games out there like EverQuest, which I've played, and EverQuest 2, and then World of Warcraft, where you could just be these, valiant crusaders with big, nice swords and weaponry, and then you're the big guy. There could be a raid going on with like hundreds of people, and you're the leader. You're the guy. And then when you're done with the game, you schlep off to bed maybe, and then get up in the morning when your alarm goes off and get yelled at by your boss.
Yeah.
But that night, you were leading hundreds of people to slay a dragon.
And if you do it right before you fall asleep, you get to dream about how cool you are.
Exactly.
And then you feel like you're actually that character.
Yes.
And then the alarm goes off, and harsh reality sinks in. You're living in your parents' basement at 32 years old, and you work at the local deli.
Yeah.
Getting yelled at because you're not making sandwiches fast enough.
Yeah.
But I was reading about Second Life in the Washington Post.
Yep.
I wanted to tell you what character I want to be online.
Oh, what do you want to be?
I want to be like a neighbor who has really big boobies.
Uh-huh.
But they're kind of hanging low. They hang low.
Hang low.
And I'm a bit chubby because I've been in the neighborhood just kind of wasting away.
You're not going to make yourself a hot chick?
Nah, that's hack. That's easy.
That's hack? Okay.
Anyone can be a hot chick online. I want to be...
I want to be a little bit of a mess.
I want to be a mess. I want to have the big boobies, but I want them to hang a little low.
Okay.
And I want to wear nothing but like a house coat.
Just a house coat?
Yeah, so everyone knows that they're hanging a little low.
And what do you do?
I just want to see if there's any...
Walk around your yard yelling at people?
I just walk around the neighborhood and stuff and see if there's any takers out there.
Any chubby chasers online?
But I don't want to be like... I don't want to be close to hot, but I don't want to be like smelly messy. I just want to be kind of messy.
Kind of messy.
Yeah, so...
Well, a house coat might make people think you're smelly messy.
Well, a house coat is just to show off what I got.
Oh, okay. That you're hanging.
That they're hanging a little low.
Right. and you got
maybe back in the day. Maybe back in the day they were a little perky, but not anymore.
And then you got the junk in the trunk. I don't know.
So Second Life, I was reading about it in the Post, and there's some real issues with this game, I'm hearing.
Well,
there's like a rape case or something. There was some kind of rape online in an online game, and they're trying to, turn it into a real case.
They're trying to make some type of legislation. I don't believe it's here in America as of yet. But they're trying to make some type of legislation which would make it illegal to perform violent acts or thefts against people in virtual worlds. So if you see a hot girl in this virtual world and you decide you're going to pummel her and have your way with her, you could be held on real life charges for assaulting somebody online.
I'll tell you why that's going to be almost impossible to do. The laws are different everywhere.
Right? Yeah.
You're online with people in Australia. And
well, that's why
Germany.
They can't even figure out the online gambling thing. It's
right.
here in the States, but people could still do it because they run the sites offshore.
Right.
Things like that. So, I don't know how they would do that. But just the thought that they would want to do something like that where it's complete role play is insane.
Well, I was reading the article in the Washington Post while we were down there, and it was kind of creepy because it's like, there are guys that are having sex with underage girls in this game.
Yep.
But they're not underage girls. It's a character that probably
some guy.
Probably another guy that's his character, or maybe a woman that has some kind of fantasy or fetish. So, in the online world, it's an older guy having sex with an underage girl, and all this stuff is going on. Everyone's exploring their fetishes and their perversions. And people are outraged, and they're trying to set real laws. What is Second Life anyway? It's not really like a video game where you get anything accomplished. You're just kind of living a life online.
Yeah. And then if you do something like you just described, you get to, hi, I'm Digital Chris Hansen. You were trying to have sex with this digital woman. Why don't you sit down and have some virtual lemonade?
know what was funny about the article? There's a woman, because then there's like regular people that just think it's kind of cool to like live their a little life, a different life online that's not as crazy as what I just described. And she has a house. I guess you could buy like property and stuff.
This game, apparently you can buy stuff for real money, and then you own it in this virtual world. And then whatever you bought, like say you bought a bar, it would cost you a certain amount of real life money. You'd have to pay real money for this bar.
Right.
And then once you have the bar, you open it up and people have to pay to get in. Now, whether they pay in virtual money that you can use online or real money, I'm not sure of. But
I think it's a little of both.
There's a way to, make money at this game. And then some people are being robbed of their possessions. And, Yes.
I am almost speechless.
Jimmy's just been sitting there with his jaw dropped going, this is going on.
Hey, Jimmy, now you know how we feel. I mean, let's be honest here.
But at least I walk away from a situation, having had some type of a sexual experience. Like, people are spending their hard-earned money to own a bar, like, on the computer.
And they're making money at it, and this one woman.
Well, you're I don't know, but you're exploring a part of your personality that you can't really do.
That you can't do in real life.
Or like exactly. Bar and make some friends.
Exactly.
Right.
Lack thereof. Maybe this woman or some woman is not the most attractive girl. When she goes to the bar, she's maybe mocked, laughed at.
They're hanging a little low.
Yeah. She's watching all these cute girls getting guys, and then she goes virtual online. She could make her character look all hot.
Right.
And now she goes into the virtual bar, and all these guys are fawning over her. She's having virtual sex with them.
Yeah, she gets that feeling that she doesn't get in regular life. I understand it, to be honest with you. I just don't have the time to get into something crazy like that. But I
never played this game before.
The part of the Washington Post article that was kind of funny. So this woman, she seems like just a regular broad, just kind of having a little fun in Second Life, not doing anything crazy with her character or anything crazy in the game. But she
owns a little property.
She owns a little property. And right next to her property that she was proud to purchase and all is a underage sex club.
It opened up next door, and now she's trying to buy him out.
She's outraged. She's trying everything. She's going on the message boards to complain and
alerting the authorities.
And she's trying to get it shut down. She's trying to buy him out. It's like this is
and there's a parade of young girls in little schoolgirl skirts walking in and out of this place, and guys, and apparently there's sex going on.
And she has just a regular house right next door.
Next door. She goes out and pushes the shake fist button on her keyboard.
Why?
Type why you?
Oh, that's funny. Her pretend character doesn't like his pretend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone should go over to her house with a monkey wrench and beat her virtual head in.
Just break your computer, unplug it, and say, get a hold of yourself.
See, that's real life, though.
Here's the article.
You gotta virtually just pound her.
Earlier this year, one animated character in Second Life, a popular online fantasy world, allegedly raped another character.
Excuse me, can you point out that the media can't even say raped? They have to say allegedly when it comes even to cartoons.
Even cartoon fake online had to say, allegedly.
Don't even get me started for another day. Some internet bloggers dismissed the simulated attack as nothing more than digital fiction, but police in Belgium, according to newspapers there, opened an investigation into whether a crime had been committed. No one has yet been charged.
Whether a crime had been committed, it's like open and shut right there.
Then last month, authorities in Germany announced that they were looking into a separate incident involving virtual abuse in Second Life after receiving pictures of an animated child character engaging in simulated sex with an animated adult figure. Though both characters were created by adults, the activity could run afoul of German laws against child pornography, prosecutors said.
They're waiting to see what their religion is before they prosecute in Germany. I think anytime you read about Germany doing something that's kind of a holier-than-thou thing, hey, we got to check into that. You go, oh, yeah, that was them. Back then.
What a bunch of goody two-shoes they're turning into.
Yeah, I know. What happened to this conquer the world thing that they were so hung up on for so many years?
Feast or famine with you people?
So they're trying to figure out if this stuff is crossing the line in the cyber world. In World of Warcraft, a game that Ant has played, the most popular online game with an estimated 8 million participants worldwide, some regions of this fantasy domain have grown so lawless that players said they fear to brave them alone. Gangs of animated characters have repeatedly preyed upon lone travelers, killing them and making off with their virtual belongings.
Yeah, it's called being a noob. It happens in every game. When I first started playing EverQuest years ago, I used to get just pounded for my stuff all the time. You'd be afraid to carry anything with you because you'd just get killed because you didn't know. And then you'd have to go through the game. That's part of the challenge, is to get uber enough where you are then kicking ass.
Right.
And then some people, and then you do the same thing. You turn around and go, look at this guy. I'm just going to beat the crap out of him and take his stuff.
What does uber enough mean?
It means, you're mighty. You have good weapons and armor, and your level's high. And I used to have to kill these things called gnolls. They were like wolves, Opie.
Yeah.
And I'd have to kill them and collect their teeth, and then run their teeth back to this general guy. And then I would give him the teeth, and I would get experience points and money, and I'd be able to go out and get better stuff. So a shortcut to getting these teeth, I'd run through something called the arena. Now, I didn't know this arena. No one could touch me in the town. It's illegal, so no one could hurt you. But when you run through the arena, all bets are off. So I would just run through, and I must have done it 100 times. One time, I'm running through, and I see this guy sitting kind of Indian style, just sitting there. And I run through, and all of a sudden, I'm what's called rooted, which means you can't move. So I'm sitting there, and he stands up and just starts bashing me. And I can't move, and I'm just typing in, but I'm just turning in gnoll teeth. Don't hurt me. Oh, my God, I've worked so hard for this level. Please, please, please don't take my stuff. I'm begging. And he just looked like this massive, monstrous character, and he's just raping me right there. Just killed me and made off with my stuff.
That is hilarious.
And I'm there. You're standing there in your underwear when it's done. You have nothing. You're in your underwear with no valuables, no money, no weapon, nothing. And then you just got to go back to killing a mouse, turning it in for a copper penny, and hoping you can buy a hat with it, and then just continue going. It's part of the game.
Well, go to, I hate promoting them because they stink, but go to YouTube. I'm sure Break.com has the same thing. We love Break.com. And just punch in Second Life in your search, and you'll see the real Second Life game. They're showing the sex clubs and all the stuff that people have created online. Gotta tell you, it's a bit hot.
Looks pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
I've never played it, but I might have to.
It's a bit erotic to say the least. And this was all created by people that are in the game, right?
Yeah. Does anybody play this?
Somebody created this strip club that we're looking at. One of the videos that made it up to YouTube, and looks like a fine strip club.
Does anyone in here play this? Do we know anybody that plays?
I don't know. Well, we have to take a break. We'll have to. Hold on, we'll have to take a break, and we'll get a first-hand account of Second Life. Really fast. 2 years ago, Japanese authorities arrested a man for carrying out a series of virtual muggings in another popular game, Lineage 2.
Yeah.
By using software to beat up and rob characters in the game, and then sell the virtual loot for real money.
Beat up. That is so funny, just beating somebody up online.
But they actually arrested this guy in Japan for doing this.
Could you see just some nerdy kid who just wants to get online and have a little fun and not because he gets beat up at school, and he makes this character online, he goes online and just gets beat up online too.
Good.
And has his stuff taken.
You know what? It's teaching them a lesson.
It really is.
More realistic.
Look, they're in a sex club, sex dungeon.
Ooh.
Another video we're checking out.
Sex dungeon.
So, anyway.
Nice.
I saw this in the Washington Post while we were down there, and I was really, really fascinated by it. I can't believe we're heading this way.
Yeah.
We could actually arrest people for doing, when it's adults, by the way. Adults doing just crazy crap that you can't do in the real world.
People are getting upset. Unbelievable.
Anyway, it goes on and on. So we have to take a break. We got someone on the line that played Second Life, and we'll get into other things on the show. We got a Roger Clemens update. We have a Roger Clemens update. Get that Susan Waldman clip ready.
Oh, my God!
Also, Paris Hilton was killed in jail last night.
Yeah,
so we don't have to worry
tragic.
about that anymore. Tragic
Shanked,
story.
I hear.
Just hitting the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened? She was shanked or something?
Shanked.
With knoll teeth.
With knoll teeth, yeah.
Knoll
I'm going to give the knoll teeth.
I needed knoll teeth. It was the best way to make some money and get experience.
He just sat there and waited for some tooth carrying nothing. That's what he did. Smashed and raped your character. Good boy.
He really did. He left me naked.
Just skipping along.
I
was
so happy. I had a whole bunch of knoll teeth.
Yeah, knoll teeth. All right, and we'll take your phone calls.
Did he take your tampons too?
Everything.
Jimmy just doesn't get video games.
Oh,
I was a fan of that game there. You had to feed them and they had to go to work and.
The Sims.
Thank you. Yeah, I did the Sims.
It's like 8,000 versions of that now.
I think I played the first version.
Yeah, definitely.
Then it got boring.
It got a little boring waiting for my car to come to pick me up for work.
I like being the dictator. I like that game.
Yeah, that one doesn't work out for me either.
Well, you just start as a little guy on an island and you...
Tropico.
Tropico. I like
Tropico, and I would play Tropico, and within a couple of hours, like I'd be doing very well, but I wouldn't build schools. I wouldn't put anything toward the infrastructure, and the people would get mad, and I would take the mad people that got angry with me and just put them in prison or kill them.
Yeah.
And then after a while, this ruling with an iron fist thing just doesn't pan out.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why I play those games. I don't play it to play it the right way.
Well, my girlfriend is a whiz at them. She, put all money toward the schools, and then she's playing for hours on end. She's in, her 50th year of ruling it, and the populace just loves the way she's running things. I run things for, virtually 5 years, and everyone wants me dead.
Yeah, but that makes it fun when you realize that there's the point of no return, and they're all coming at you.
It's like, El Presidente. Right. There are dissidents. El Presidente. I'm like, lock them up. Right. Lock them up. Your prisons are full. Build more prisons. The people are complaining there are no schools. Don't care. Build more prisons. Take the complaining people and kill them. And it's like you have to set an example, so you just kill a bunch of people, and then the people quiet down for a while, but then they start rising up. Even worse, throw them in jail. I had prisons everywhere.
That's how I play.
And then finally, somebody just whacked me or something.
That's how I play, too.
Oh, you can't rule with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Not for long.
All right, we have to take a break. We're really late. 877-212-5762. That's how you get a hold of us. It's Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. 92.
Good morning. It's Opie and Anthony and little Jimmy Norton talking about Second Life and other things. Let's say hi to Joe in Massachusetts listening on WBCN. Joe, what's going on, man?
How do you do, Joe?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Joe.
I can't believe you guys are talking about video games and living the Second Life on video games. I mean, it's such a loser activity. It's unbelievable. I had more respect for you guys when you were talking about The View.
Yeah, but dude,
get a life. Go to the gym. Go outside.
Dude,
talk to a girl in real life.
We're just talking about something that's happening a lot.
Yeah, and what do you think? All of us are doing this because we're talking about it?
It's something that's going on. I think it's pretty interesting that people are getting arrested for stuff they're doing online with other adults.
That's the other thing. I mean, cops have nothing better to do than to make laws about video games. I mean, it's a friggin' video game.
Well, Kevin from Connecticut, he goes, how ironic that the game is called Second Life when none of the people on there have a first life. I find it really interesting that there are people that would rather live their lives online than in the real world.
Well, I mean, if they're smart enough to actually go online, why don't they actually, improve their career? Go out and meet a real girl. I mean, do something.
That's so hard.
I think it's probably easier just to do it online. You could jump ahead fast. You're a fat chick and you always want to be a hot babe. You just make a hot babe character. Boom. Solves the problem.
Fat burning pills. I mean... Get a good job and get some plastic surgery.
The fatty chicks love making the little wood nymph characters. They make the skinny little characters.
Yeah.
Make them all hot looking, and then they go to these conventions sometimes where they all get together in real life, and they have their characters' names, and sometimes they dress like their character. and they meet in real life at these conventions, and you realize, like,
Wait, they dress...
she's not quite the wood nymph. She's an oak. A mighty oak. Yeah, they dress like their characters.
And they'll meet somewhere?
Yeah. They'll have like a convention.
Yeah.
EverQuest does it every year. They have a big one.
And does the government monitor this and then just set the exits on fire?
Chain the doors, douse the place in Kero, and boom.
Let's say hi to Fireman Len from Jersey. What's up, Len?
Good morning, boys. Second Life player for 2 years, also an owner of an internet radio station which streams live on Second Life, and yeah, I'm a Second Lifer for sure.
Wait. True, too. Okay, I forgot about that aspect of the whole thing.
You built a radio station online?
Yes, we have an online radio internet station. If I can plug it in, it'd be great. And we stream in a game of Second Life. We do weddings, we do clubs. You can hire us for lindens. Linden dollars, Anthony, is the form of money they use in Second Life, and it is on the stock market, and it is exchangeable for American dollars. For example, we own an island in Second Life, and you have to be a mature member by putting credit card information in when you join Second Life. In order to be a mature member, go to these mature sites. You can do anything you want in the mature sites where you cannot in like if you sign up without the information. Anyway.
So you go to your, what do you got going on your island?
We have clubs on our island. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I was asking, what do you have going on there on your island?
Well, we have stores. We sell things on the island like eyes and clothing and skins and you name it, virtually anything you want to make or fabricate, and if you got a little bit of knowledge of doing it, you can do all this stuff. And yeah, there is a lot of people out there that make a living on this. Believe it or not, selling land in Second Life is very profitable.
Do you ever take a trip to your island for real in real life?
Yeah. Exactly. Internet DJing is awesome in Second Life too, and we do get paid for that also.
How does it feel to relax on the tropical island and have fun and be the big kahuna? And then you get up and your seat still smells like ass.
Yeah, but for little Jimmy, I hate to say this, I also did get molested in Second Life. This character's called, they're called, it's called yuffing, when a character jumps on you.
Yuffing?
Second Life. Yeah.
And if you've been yuffed.
Wait, you're just minding your own business and you could be yuffed online?
Yeah. A gang of youths begin yuffing you as you're jogging?
How come you can't fight them off?
Well, you can try to, but it's really uncomfortable when
No, it's not uncomfortable because all you're doing is pushing a space key a lot, trying to get them off. How uncomfortable could that be?
Two damage.
Right. Ouch.
These characters are called furries. They dress up as animals, these people that are in Second Life, and these furries will jump on you and they call it yuffing. And what they do is they actually sell equipment for a clean word that you can put on your body to use to do this situation in Second Life.
Oh, really? Like things that could be strapped on?
Yeah, but it's actually attached to your body.
Uh-huh.
Well, how do you get it off, sir? Like, say you're done yuffing and you want to go back to the work in the hardware store. Wait, that bleeds into real life. Well, what do you do when you're done with yuffing?
Well, when you make your character, there is nothing down there. You can buy these attachments for 1,000 lindens.
Okay, so you got to buy an attachment, so and then you can go yuffing. And then, can people see you coming with the coming at them with the attachment on, and know that they're going to be yuffed?
Yes, and there's keys that you can use on your keyboard to make it do different things.
Hey, someone is suggesting that you should go yuff yourself.
Yeah,
that was whack bag entry from Pal Talk. They're saying go yuff yourself.
Wait, sir, if someone's yuffing you, can you get them off by poking them with your knoll teeth?
All right, that was Anthony, Jimmy.
There's knoll teeth in my pocket.
Yeah. I think the knoll teeth could come in handy if you're being yuffed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely, Jimmy.
Somehow, I don't know. How come they're so powerful? Why can't you just hit them over the head with something?
Yes. Well, you can. There's other things in Second Life that you can do to push them off you. They have scripts that you can write.
That's gotta be annoying that you're just trying to live this life and
this teddy bear comes up to you
and starts yuffing you.
Sexually assaults you.
I don't want to be yuffed.
I wouldn't want to be yuffed.
Hey, does the yuffing go to completion?
Yes, you can. Like I said, you press a button and it can do any number of things.
Any number of things.
God. So you're just trying to get some Nolte, and the next thing you know, you have to explain to the labyrinth lady why there's tapioca in your hair.
Labyrinth lady.
How funny would that be? You have to walk around in this virtual game looking for a shower, and it's very obvious you need a shower.
You have to go see a counselor. I just wanted to see the labyrinth lady. No, I need a counselor. Oh, the whole world stinks.
Oh, boy, this guy isn't a fan favorite. Steve Bayshore, this guy created something new. Dead air with talk still on it.
You know what, though? It's not every day we learn something new. I didn't know it was called yuffing.
That's something new, yeah.
That's all right, we want to talk about the twisted angle of this Second Life game. I think you got it started.
Okay.
Thank you, Fireman Len.
Fireman Len.
Thank you. Can I plug my station real quick?
Yeah, well, yeah, go ahead.
It's www.club69radio.com, and thank you, everyone.
Club 69. Wow,
there he goes. Hey, I get it.
Wow, why don't you call it Club 68 and then, I owe you one. Come on.
Club 69 Radio, guys.
Wait, but how do you listen to it online? I don't get it. Like, if you're in the Second Life world.
If you own the land that you're on in Second Life, you can stream it live by just dropping in a URL, which is radio.
And then then if you visit your club, this music from your station will be playing?
Yes, we stream the music. If you're an island owner, you can stream the music on your island.
Oh.
By putting in the URL, which you can find on our website. Or just ask anyone.
Oh, sorry.
Oops, you virtually hung up on him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Didn't really happen.
No, that didn't
Just
happen.
virtually.
I think he just yuffed our ratings.
No, I think it's kind of interesting to people
Yuffing.
that crap's going on.
I didn't know the whole protocol there that you had to buy something that you use.
What bothers me is that the fact that we don't have a cure for AIDS or cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody took all this computer knowledge and said, all right, I want to be able to get some characters to put on teddy bear outfits and rape other characters. Why would you think to do that?
Yeah, what's your motivation there to direct your energy to doing that?
I have more respect for real rapists. Like, at least you know why they're doing it, as awful as they are. Why would you sit at home and create a program to make someone... I don't get it.
I think because they want the virtual world there to have all the good things and all the awful bad things.
Yeah.
So, you go in this virtual world and you could... Is that the guy we were just talking to?
Oh
wow, you're good there, E-Rock.
Yeah, this guy is perfect for Second Life.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
All right.
We got Fireman Len's picture up.
Is he at his radio station?
He sure is.
Is he?
He's broadcasting, man.
What's his name in Second Life? Mr. Gazzo? Is he going to see Rocky fight Apollo?
Oh, wow!
You got to see this.
Bravo, Jimmy.
He's got a big mustache and the dark sunglasses, like the glasses that are tinted. I love this guy.
Let's say hi to Cigars and Scotch. What's up, buddy?
Cool.
Hey.
Hey.
If you're already stuck in that position, you might as well lay back and enjoy the yuff.
I would think you would just let the yuff happen.
It's virtual, I mean.
Because it's not gay, because it's a yuff.
And nothing's really happening to you.
Right.
Although some person, I read, their character was sexually assaulted online like this, yuffed, and it left them psychologically scarred. They can't enjoy their character anymore. They used to go online and enjoy doing what they did, but now every time they look at their character online, they just think of what happened.
Yeah.
And so it's getting this whole crossover thing between the computer world and reality.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, gee whiz.
All right.
You'd make a new character.
Yes, exactly. You go out and make a real friend.
And just yuff people.
We'll take a few more Second Life calls in a little bit.
Yeah.
Good Morning America's broadcasting, and the cameraman is soaping up the lens, getting ready for Diane Sawyer on camera. Oh, my God.
She looks like Andy Gibb now.
Yeah, that HD's a bitch to Diane Sawyer, I got to tell you.
They should work on her neck, too.
Wow.
Like a young girl's head on the Crypt Keeper's neck. She's just finished.
These women have been getting away with murder on TV, and then the high def came out, and you see that they're all disasters.
See everything. That's why
so much crap going on her
fuzzy
face.
Up the camera.
We got your Roger Clemens update.
Yes, we
This
do.
makes Boston very, very happy. It makes me personally very, very happy. I think everyone in this studio very, very happy. Roger Clemens was supposed to play for the Des Moines Plumbers, but he had a little setback.
Yeah.
As he tries to get ready to join the club.
Did he get hurt by in the game with these Schenectady Yuffers?
They announced that Clemens joined the Yankees, I think we're up to about 22 to 25 games ago, and he's still, pitching warm-ups in these obscure minor league divisions.
Well.
And now there's a setback for Mr. Clemens. Here it is.
All right, sports stuff this morning. Roger Clemens' MRI yesterday reveals some disrupted scar tissue in his groin, but it shouldn't prevent the Rocket from making his 2007 debut Saturday against the Pirates.
How did he get disrupted scar tissue in his groin? Is he yuffing on his off time?
There's yuffing going on there.
Disrupted scar tissue in his groin. How much did the Yankees pay for disrupted scar tissue?
Like $1 million a start or something like that.
That's nice.
Something ridiculous, right?
And he can't even take the mound.
No.
They're hoping for some bullpen action.
Yeah.
But this was a giant catastrophe for the Yankees.
And now he's got to play for a mediocre team at 45 years old. He wanted to come back and pitch for a contender. Now he's got to play out the year with a bunch of $28 million. Thank you, Travis.
Losers. $28 million
for now a groin injury.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and
Oh, see, that's why the groin tissue,
scar tissue.
If he didn't spend so much time in George Steinbrenner's box, he maybe wouldn't have got the scar tissue.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I would enjoy this show if we played nothing but her.
That clip.
It just makes me. It's incomprehensibly awful. The fact that
so bad.
She thinks God is too inappropriate, so she switches in mid blather to goodness gracious.
Gracious. Well, yeah. Good God or something. She was going to say.
Do we have the Sunday papers laying around? New York Sunday papers. We have the worst sports writers and sports columnists. One of the guys was talking about radio shows that are playing Susan Waldman. We're not the only one. Mike and the Mad Dog here in New York have had a lot of fun with this clip.
Mike and the Mad Dog show.
And smashing her too.
Yeah, and this guy, Bob Rasman.
I think I know who he is.
Yeah, he's just a douche, just like Phil Mushnick.
Phil Mushnick.
We got sports writers here in New York that shouldn't be writing about sports anymore because they're just miserable. They hate the sport they're writing about. It's like, when it gets to that point, you really should move on to something else.
Well, he doesn't even write about sports all the time. He writes about whatever the hell, he's supposed to write about sports, but he gets bored and writes about us or other radio shows.
He's obsessed with Vince McMahon. He's just
wrestling.
He's just a miserable douche that just hates sports and should go write about something else.
He tries to pour this morality onto everything, yet he writes for the New York Post.
Right, exactly.
Which is like tabloid journalism at its worst.
You know, the New York Post that has inmate 9818783 on the cover today?
Yeah.
That's all they have today? You know, our boys are dying in Iraq.
I guess no troops got killed.
But your paper has a huge picture of Paris Hilton today.
Yeah. I guess they found the other two soldiers that were missing. So there was no news, so they just put Paris Hilton on an entire cover. That is the biggest picture I've ever seen on the cover of the Post. That is giant.
Phil Mushnick is an irrelevant fuddy-duddy.
We got to get Bob Raceman or something like that. I don't know.
Mushnick.
But he mostly goes after Mike and the Mad Dog and everyone else that has been playing the Susan Waldman audio and having fun with it.
Why?
Get a life.
But why does he object to that? Is it just something for him to write about?
I don't know. We'll try to. I got to find the column again, and I read it on the train. Got a lot of reading in. 3 hour train ride will do that to a person.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious.
You know what?
She goes, oh, my good God, she's ready to say.
Yeah, you find a new thing every time with this clip.
Oh, my good God. But that one, she probably edited herself thinking, oh, that's a little, it might offend people or something.
I thought she was going to say, oh, my God, and then she went, oh, my, and then just went, goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious.
Was heavens to Betsy considered a little too... She didn't know if the FCC would fine them if she said heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy!
So she Goodness gracious.
It's the Daily News, actually. We're trying to find the column because it's just so ridiculous. If you get a piece of audio like this, of course you play it on your show and make fun of it.
Holy, I can't believe George Steinbrenner is standing next to Roger Clemens. Oh, my God. Oh, my good God. Holy, my it's right now at the thought of Roger Clemens. Someone yuff me! Yuff me good! I'm going up to George Steinbrenner's box and I'm gonna all of their oh my God!
Dramatic things. Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box.
What?
He is back.
Wait, can I say, the beauty of this is, and it's not lost on Boston, she is from Boston, and that accent is coming through loud and clear. She's talking about the Yankees.
Yankees, and she's just couldn't be more excited.
What could she be saying? Like, you notice she breaks off for a half second there, and she goes, oh, and she's talking in the background. I think she was saying, don't go to commercial, because they were saying, this is so awful.
Yeah.
I bet you one of the producers said, let's just play an Ovaltine commercial.
Yeah.
Just cut
and
her
she's
off.
like, no, I can make something of this. This is a historic moment, and I want my name attached to it.
I bet you they said, let's just start the rain delay tape.
Roll the tarp out, not on the field, but over her and her big stupid mouth.
Right.
Don't even unroll it. Just roll it over her.
Did we have Clemens? The beautiful thing is Clemens' speech beforehand. And I'll be seeing y'all. Roger, have you ever talked in front of people?
Yeah. Do we have that? We haven't played that in a while, but...
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's the worst coming home speech ever.
Heaven to Betsy! Heaven to Betsy! Oh, my God, I want Roger Clemens to shoot all over all over my, in my hair, up my. Roger Clemens is in George Steinbrenner's box. I'm going to go up there and get a big heaping steaming batch of... I want to be a sloppy party bottom in party life. A sloppy yuffed all over the virtual world. A sloppy potty bottom. A sloppy potty bottom. Yuff me and yuff me good. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm being yuffed with no teeth.
In George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee. And there we go, John. You don't have to worry about who's going to take that spot in the rotation.
It's not over, though.
You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout.
Hold on. I just want to warn people that right here, it gets a little crazy. So if you're driving, and look, pull over on the Gowanus, because now she's going to describe the madness that is ensuing.
The scene, the pandemonium inside the Yankee dugout. I never thought anything like this could happen in the confines of a dugout.
Yeah. I understood it happened in Europe after soccer games.
Right.
Soccer hooligans and riot. I didn't think it would happen here.
No. Just prepare yourself for what was happening in her vivid description of what was happening in that Yankee dugout.
It just gets a little nutty here, so forgive us if we get carried away.
All right, here we go.
Take that spot in the rotation. You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on Jorge Posada's face. Andy Pettit knew. Big signs. Roger Clemens is now a Yankee.
Hold on. What are the other 42 members of the team doing?
One guy already knew, and one guy's grinning.
He's grinning. There's two guys.
And one guy is taking warm-up swings.
There's grinning.
There's two guys in the dugout only. One is grinning and one already knew, and the other guys are where?
A-Rod's playing I Got Your Nose with Jeter.
No.
A-Rod is straddling a stripper from Vegas. Well, his wife claps and goes, I don't care, I get half. Jeter is blowing off a loyal fan. And Larry is handing over another World Series ring to his sea of an ex-wife.
Jimmy is enjoying the Susan Waldman impression. I love it.
Attention fans, he is here, and now we don't have to discuss who takes that place in the rotation.
That's good. Somebody's writing it. Oh my gosh, Giambi's having some sunflower seeds and drinking water. Water?
No, Giambi has his pants around his ankles, and he's having an injection into his buttocks to boost his home runs up.
That's the greatest. And we got to find this article. If someone has it out there, they got to send it in because this dope of a sports writer, going after everyone that's making fun of this clip.
How could you not listen to this dolt?
This was a month and a half ago. He still hasn't even pitched one pitch for the team.
Every day, this is fresh and fun to me.
I can't get enough of it.
The greatest audio ever. This is better than the Hindenburg track.
It really is.
It's just as bad.
And then we got, we don't have time. We really got to take a break.
Oh, the humanity!
We found the Roger Clemens clip, which we haven't really played much.
When we come back and we hear, how long is it? It's very short.
It's a minute, but he just is,
It's the worst coming home speech ever.
I think it's right up there with Lou Gehrig's goodbye speech.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Luckiest man in the world?
Oh, yeah.
He's the luckiest man in the world! On the face of the earth! On the face of the earth, goodness gracious!
Hey, let's say hi to Glenn in Jersey. Glenn, what's up?
Hey, guys. Yesterday I listened to Mike and the Mad Dog on the way home.
Yeah.
And it was killing them, but they were actually promoting your virus tour up to Connecticut in a few weeks.
Why were they promoting our comedy tour?
They were doing, I guess, like a live read for you guys. Over on the fan.
Really?
Oh, how hilarious is that?
Opie and Anthony doing a virus tour. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, but me and Mad Dog had a moment at Joel Hollander's roast. He seems to be a fan of our show and Ant's impression of him.
Well, you could tell it was just killing Mike to read about you guys, though.
Yeah, Mike is not a fan.
Ever since we stole his wine
and cigars
at that bar.
Yeah, Mad Dog came over and said hi to me, and Mike was like, "No way."
No.
But
all right, guys, have a good one.
Thank you. I guess they're talking about the Mohegan Sun comedy show, right there,
yep,
Jimmy?
Must be.
When is that? June 30th?
That's June 30th.
We can't wait. We're going to do the show in a casino.
Yeah, we also got June 16th. I'm looking forward to Jones Beach, man. It's nice to be. We didn't do Long Island last year, so it's good that we're doing Long Island.
And I am from Long Island. This is like a homecoming. We haven't done a big event on Long Island.
Oh my God! It's a homecoming for Opie and Anthony on Long Island at Jones Beach. Opie and Anthony is standing there in a box giving kisses for $1 for charity. Oh, the excitement! Jim Norton is standing there, his hairless buttocks exposed to the crowd. Goodness gracious! He's being yuffed by Fan. No Filter Paul is giving birth to 4 children at the same time with his fat stomach and his man-cow face.
I am
his shrunken
man-cow head.
No Filter Paul
stinks.
That gut, I'm almost worried about him.
Almost.
Oh, you kidding me? It'll be the greatest thing. I just hope it happens at one of our events.
Oh.
Hey, don't forget, June 16th is the next date. 8 or 9 comedians from the show, man. We got Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, Norton, Stephen Lynch, Louis Black, Louis C.K., Bob Saget. Is he doing Jones Beach? I believe he is. O&A Village. Where a lot of action is happening, and then the tailgating. We are so excited to play Jones Beach June 16th.
Did anybody talk to Dugout Doug? Do we know what the Pets are doing for the booth, or anybody have any idea what's going on?
I think we're going to try to have a quick meeting with Pete today to find out some stuff. So I think we got karaoke going on in the Village. I think we got a video confessional booth we're working on. Just think like Lollapalooza, Ozfest as far as that Village thing goes. A lot of that stuff going on. We're very excited to bring this to Jones Beach. And I guess they're running a deal right now. 4 mezzanine tickets for only $69 through Ticketmaster.com. Brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. So go to Ticketmaster.com for the tickets for the Jones Beach show June 16th. Or if you're just hanging out calling us right now, we'll give you a pair to a random caller. How's that sound, okay? Our phone number, 877-212-5762. If we give you the tickets, make sure you can use them because a lot of people are trying to get free tickets. You know, if you're calling from I don't know, on the other side of the country, that's not good.
That's silly.
Yeah, make sure you could go to the show, okay? All right, we got the Roger Clemens clip. We got an update also on Myra Craig.
Myra?
Or Mira Craig.
Mira. Why can't I remember that name then? Who's that? If it's an update, I would have heard it.
It's an update. I'm not even going to explain now.
Damn it.
Because I bet you there's other people out there going, who the hell is she? And now they're going to have to stick through the commercials to linger longer.
Linger longer.
It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
Am I the only one that remember that it's Rock Scream Tuesday? Lots of great instant feedback coming in today. By the way, it's Opie and Anthony. It's the Susan Waldman audio once again. Yes, Some people love it, some people hate it. We throw this stuff out there and see what sticks. What can I tell you? Stephen S. from Bayshore. Susan Waldman is the Yuftino. The Yuftino. And then you got obscure reference of the day. New bit. Yeah. This could be your obscure reference of the day. It comes in from Dav from Fort Lee. He writes, Pettit knew Zimmerman flew. Turk 182.
Wow. That is a classic.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
I always think of that movie when I drive over the Queensboro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love Turk 182.
That was the grand finale of the movie. He was turning the lights on the bridge into Turk 182.
Yeah.
Was that Timothy Hutton?
All right, anyway, Susan Waldman, we found the article. A bunch of listeners sent it in. Thank you. Is this amazing, Jimmy? I hate these guys that write about sports in New York.
I do. He's a Daily News, just a hack columnist. But can I say that I've probably never been happier to read anything that I am? I've never loved reading anything. This is better than The Godfather.
Well, because the guy doesn't get it. It's hilarious what's going on with Susan Waldman because of this rant she did. Waldman paying for Raucous Rocket launch by Bob. How do you say his name? Rassman?
Douche.
Douchman.
Man.
The harsh. I read these guys just to get annoyed every Sunday. They have to write about something in sports, and it just shows that they just hate sports now. You know, just to send them to the obituary section of the newspaper. The harsh reaction to her frantic May 6th introduction of Roger Clemens on CBS AM has produced rough times for Susan Georgie Girl Waldman.
Is that her nickname?
Georgie Girl.
There's nothing
Georgie Girl.
There's nothing Georgie or girlish about her.
You should be curious, Georgie Girl, because she has a chimpish face.
Does she?
Yes.
Oh,
I've never even seen her.
Hey, you know, she's a good broadcaster when she's not ranting and raving, but I wouldn't call her Georgie Girl.
Woman caster.
Hey, maybe she's Georgie. What a dope. Go collect teeth, will you?
Null teeth.
Very valuable. Go collect null teeth.
Very valuable.
I like Susan Waldman, too. I've always liked her.
Yeah, I do,
yeah,
but
I do like her.
But you know, when you come out with something like she did, you got to make fun of it. She's probably Georgie Girl in Second Life. That's her.
Georgie Girl.
Well-embedded Yankee moles tell me that deviants who get their kicks harassing women have come out of the woodwork and landed on Waldman.
Oh, are they yuffing?
I don't know.
If you're harassing women, is she the best one you can pick? There's a lot of women to harass. Why would you land on Susan Waldman?
Yeah.
These creeps are fueled each and every time they hear some sports talkie play the tape of Waldman going gaga over Clemens' arrival. Playing this tape has become the macho thing to do.
Macho?
What a douche, Bob.
Macho? What does it have to do with macho? It's funny.
Watch this. Can we get Bob on the phone?
Get Bob Reisman.
Get him on the phone.
Is that her? You know, look at this. I have never seen.
You've never seen
Susan
Georgie Girl?
Waldman in my life. The picture I had in my head is that picture. I could have drawn her, and it would have looked exactly like her photo.
You've never seen Susan Waldman?
No, but I swear to you, the image I had in my head, the mental picture, is exactly what she looks like.
Yeah. She looks like a foam puppet with a bad wig. She's an odd-looking lady.
Wow.
Well, it's
I like her Davy Jones hairdo. It's wonderful.
Playing this tape has become the macho thing to do.
Macho.
That's the thing, like sports writers, like doesn't it seem like these guys they're so jealous of guys like that are on the radio because the guys on the radio can just be themselves and their personalities, and they only have like a column to get it all out. Like they have like one page to say it all. And
a column.
Personalities.
You got to make fun of this stuff. I mean, come on. We still have sense.
How could you not make fun of her losing her mind?
Right.
The Pettit's smiling in the dugout.
Yeah. She's Georgie Girl because of George Steinbrenner.
Oh yeah, of course.
Posada's smiling, grinning in the dugout. Who's not making fun of that?
Pettit already knew.
See, this This article would make sense if you just took a regular Susan Waldman home run call or something, or just some play-by-play.
Yeah, and
some
started
nonsense,
goofing on it.
and really picked it apart. And
Just
really,
for the fact that she's a woman, and
Right,
go,
there
oh
you
my
go.
God, listen to her
There you
being
go.
such a woman.
There you go.
A man should be giving that a
There
call
you
in
go.
that. She's losing her mind.
Right.
And not like over like a real great moment. It's just a 55-year-old man standing up and waving at a
Right.
crowd and giving the most uninspired, uncharismatic speech ever.
We've goofed on the Hindenburg clip guy because he lost it
Hey, let me
watching people burn.
Let me see. Let me see that picture again. She looks like a young Edith Bunker.
Oh yeah,
She's got a little.
That's exactly what she looks like.
There is an Edith Bunker quality to her.
Yes, except Edith's voice was less irritating. Young, spry Gene Stapleton.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Oh my God! Meathead's bringing over a homosexual, and Archie's gonna be angry.
Playing this tape has become the macho thing to do.
Macho.
Right, we all put on tank tops and flex our muscles.
Yeah, macho.
The reaction of these losers has caused Waldman to react. This is why she tore into FAN's Mad Dog Russo on Saturday prior to the Mets-Yankees tilt. Dog told Waldman he and Mike Francesa were just having some fun by playing the tape. That kind of fun, according to Yankee insiders, has led to Waldman receiving perverted emails and crank telephone calls. That's a little twisted. That's
oh God!
honestly,
damn.
goofing on this is one thing, but that's a stretch to go down that road.
Some people are very resourceful and like dedicated to a
cause.
joke. I don't understand why you would even take the time to find her phone number.
I don't know, man.
Just listening to the tape is funny enough, but I didn't know that she confronted Mike and the Mad Dog about this.
Yeah.
That must be interesting.
Waldman declined comment when asked about all this. The only thing she would say is she has been forced to check into hotels under assumed names and have the phone in her room completely shut down.
People probably called up and
Yeah.
just started going, oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness! Is this Susan Waldman? I can't believe I'm talking to her. She's in her room right now. The bellman is grinning and picking his teeth.
Oh, you know how many calls she got at 1 in the morning? Hello.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Is this Susan Waldman?
Like, as soon as she heard the voice,
And I guarantee,
Oh my!
click.
and it's all Boston fans.
Oh,
man.
of course it
They're
is.
the best of that
The
stuff.
housekeeping woman's coming in with new sheets.
oh, this poor woman.
Let's see what else. Apparently, the sick reaction directed at Waldman is of absolutely no concern to sports talkies around the country. Of course not. They continue playing the Waldman tape. Of course, they're encouraged by their bosses. They think it's good for business.
Bosses.
I love these columnists that think they know how a radio show works.
What do you think? Tom is coming in going, hey, guys, play
Hey,
that Waldman
hey.
clip again.
Hey, you got to play that again.
He's probably sick
good
of it.
stuff.
And incidentally, Bob, your bosses, what do they encourage? They think it's good for business. They put Cho's pictures on the front page of their paper after he shot a bunch of students in Virginia Tech. So what are you talking about with bosses and college? Come on, man.
Go
Stop.
screw.
Stop it.
Clean up your own backyard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're being macho. Forgive us.
Yeah.
Just let us be macho. Macho. Oh, my God.
Play the tape and feeling macho.
It's clear that management thinks Waldman will get over it. Word is that even after pounding her responding with a vintage Shea tirade on Russo, God, I want to hear that now.
Yeah, where's
Find
that?
that tape. Someone sent it in. Waldman has been invited to host a 1-hour show during fans' 20th anniversary celebration in July. We really needed that highlighted today.
What do you highlight?
Just whatever. Waldman said she will do the show, but I have mixed emotions, Waldman said. By the way, getting ripped on the fan recently with the Clemens thing was nothing new. Stuff like that happened when I was working there. This is Bob. Now we know why Bob's writing the column. He couldn't take the fun.
Wait, she's saying that, isn't she?
Yeah.
That's Susan saying that.
This is her quote.
Oh, okay, yeah. She doesn't work on the fan anymore? She just does play-by-play for the Yankees? Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So Susan Waldman said that type of thing happened when I was working there. It's one thing if a media critic tears you up, but when someone I used to work with does something like that, well, it's hard to take. Fun is fun, but this got out of hand. No, this is exactly the definition of fun is fun.
And people of course, are going to goof on you. I mean, God knows the stupid tape of me on Opie's first show We all goof on that.
Yeah,
it's horrific. It's one of those, moments that I'm not going to say is a great moment and shouldn't be goofed on.
Look, God bless her. She wants to be like a serious sports broadcaster, but when you do stuff like that, sorry. People are going to goof on it. Relentlessly, by the way.
Well, I didn't know she was the first voice ever heard on WFAN.
What?
Read the next page. I mean, I guess she was there when the station became...
When it went from NBC?
I don't know.
The demographic has changed. The audience has changed. The tone has changed. She's talking about a sports station here in New York. Things have gotten mean. I find it very sad. I listen to the sports station here in New York from time to time. It might as well be 10 years ago. I don't really notice much of a change, except for the names of the players have changed. That's about it. Mike and the Mad Dog are still doing the same show they did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It shows you we have not come very far, Waldman said. There's a lot worse things in the world than me getting excited on the air. Oh, my God. Get over it.
No one, Susan, no one is overreacting. We're making fun of you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's not this overreaction.
You were
that,
screaming
there are
yelling.
more important things to talk about. Of course there are. You're screaming like a lunatic.
Over a guy who's way past his prime that might be able to help the Yankees go from last place to second to last place. I mean, the reaction was not justified.
No.
It just wasn't. Like Jimmy said, if he came out of the dugout completely prepared to pitch that day and no one knew it was happening, then that's a reaction.
And you know something? If she said everything she said, but in a toned-down voice, you wouldn't be goofing on it either. It's like, oh, look at that. Roger Clemens in Steinbrenner's box. Great day for New York. Bring him back, blah, blah, blah. But she's just screaming like a nut.
You know who else I love trashing? A guy I like a lot, John Sterling. I like John Sterling, the Yankees guy, but I think it's hilarious when he overdoes it and you got to trash him. And he made the Yankees radio for me unlistenable. The A-bomb. Do we have any of his stuff? I asked for a while. Maybe the guys have gotten some of that stuff.
Yeah, we can play a little more of that today.
For people
he had a new one.
Haven't heard him.
Oh, he had a new one, and all I was thinking of was you.
When?
Did you hear what he says when when Damon hits a home run?
I've not heard it. Do we have it?
Yes.
Don't tell me because I have.
Yeah. You lose your mind.
Oh, you got. I thought of when I heard this was Jimmy is going to find this man and bite his face. Just bite his face for saying this.
I'm getting
so bad.
I'm getting text messages.
Yeah,
there's a radio exec losing her mind.
Why?
We're being way too local. People that don't understand this type of thing.
Oh, yeah, it's much too local.
Talking about the Yankees, you can't get any more American than that.
In Utica, New York, they don't understand what's going on.
Utica,
we're not local for Utica, New York, right now. If you don't understand why this is like funny for everybody, come on. We have an announcer here that just says the most ridiculous things every time there's a home run.
Do you have to live in that town that minor league coach? Through the rosin bag like a hand grenade in order to find the humor in it?
Well, God, we were trying to get him on the show, and he doesn't want to.
Oh, he's all booked up, I'm sure. What a lunatic!
Oh my
God, he's stealing the bases.
He was great.
Buried home plate.
Oh, did he say no to coming on?
Yeah, they don't want anything to do with
it. And there's Pinella just losing his mind.
He got 4 days. See, now we're local for Chicago. See,
there you
Good
go,
morning,
Chicago.
WCKG, how are you? 4 days he got?
Lou got 4 days.
I can't help. I've seen the footage of Pinella, a mere half-inch from the umpire's face?
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of is how bad his breath has to smell.
And just the spit flying out, hitting him in the ump in the face.
Yeah. I mean, you look at his physique. He's eating some horrific things at night, and you can only imagine what kind of breath he's got as he's yelling at the umpire.
Horrid.
That's probably why he got the 4 days.
I love Lou Pinella.
Oh, we miss Lou here in New York. All right, the Roger Clemens audio, we were going to play that here.
I don't care.
All right, we'll move on.
I want to hear this.
We'll play it another day. But we do have a Mira Craig update, or a Myra. M-I-R-A. Is that Myra or Mira?
I don't know.
Mira?
Yeah.
Remember this chick? I can't believe you don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No idea. I have no idea who this is.
It's a classic on the show. This?
Oh.
That's Mira Craig. Yeah, she stage dove into nobody.
Apparently, she's really hot.
Well, we haven't seen really any pictures of her.
Punch up a picture of her because I saw a picture of her on Whackbag, and wow.
She's hot?
Yeah. Well, I was expecting like some slob maybe, and people got out of the way and wouldn't catch her. But she's apparently hot.
Well,
good singer too.
Is she still hot with shattered knees?
Oh, no. Did she shatter her knees?
Thank you. Thank you to Tom and Westbury for the update. Just read that Mira Craig, the stage diver, shattered her knees because of the dive we all love. Which makes it even more hilarious, Tom writes.
More hilarious.
Wow, she really is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's damaged goods now. You can't have a chick,
with bad knees.
Going around on
shattered knees.
Going around on crutches.
Is she American or no?
No, she's what?
Swedish.
If you're one of them gangsters walking around disrespecting me and you go to them gangsters running your mouth talking about me, if you one of them pranksters flying around making rumors about me, say if you're one of them gangsters, just wait till the boogeyman come for you. It's my ditto, me and myself and my voodoo crew. You just don't know. We'll get your mommy, we'll get your daddy, and we'll get you, your grandma too, and your dog. Woo, 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 woo.
She's Norwegian?
We'll get your mommy, we'll get your daddy, and we'll get you, your grandma too, and your dog. Woo, 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 woo. I guess that's the part we hear in the clip, huh?
Unfortunately, she didn't break her writing hand. Wow, with those awful lyrics.
Oh, there's the clip. I just saw her fall off. You dummy.
Shattered knees. Not one, but two.
Norwegian,
yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
They like their fish oil.
Wow, once the hip-hop gets into Norway,
yeah,
I think it's over.
I know we're having a really good show today because everyone's panicking for us to break. And usually when we don't break, that means we're doing good stuff. Tom's popping his head in. At this point, Than is showing us neon signs that say break. We'll break when we want to.
That's right.
Amy in Detroit, what's up?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey.
I understand that, they want to tell you it's too local, but I'm a big baseball fan, and I thought this stuff was hilarious. She sounds like an idiot. She's just overreacting.
Yeah, we got an executive. She gets panicky when we talk about, local news characters and stuff.
Yeah,
but I think everyone has the local news characters and can completely relate to what we're talking about.
Jesus.
Right.
Amy,
we really try to do a good job of bringing everyone in, even though it might be a local New York thing that's going on.
Amy, are you going to work, or are you just getting home from a night out?
I'm on my way in. Yeah, I'm a little hoarse today.
No, it sounds like you've maybe been tipping a few this evening.
No, I'm on my way in.
Oh, okay. It's just sleepy.
When was the last time you yuffed?
Last Thursday.
Ah.
All right. Any details on the yuffing?
Oh, it was good. Real good.
Was it someone you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. We're going to be taking your yuffing stories.
Oh! It's Yuffing Tuesday.
Oh, no, it's Rock Screen Tuesday. Yuffing Thursday. We don't have much for Thursday yet. Thursday, we'll take your yuffing stories.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, Amy, thanks. We're making a little progress in Detroit.
Yep.
A little progress.
People like to hear the same crap they've been listening to for so many years, so it's going to be tough to change their listening habits.
Yeah, it is.
But we're working on it, and we're taking the tour to Detroit. We can't wait. Go to Virus Tour on MySpace for all the info, but Detroit's one of the cities that the comedy tour is hitting this summer.
All right.
All right, Amy, we'll see you at the show, all right?
All right, baby, bye.
Just so you know, Al-Qaeda says it killed 2 Yanks. It said that they've executed the 2 captured U.S. soldiers, and you can read that on page 21 of the Daily News. Because on page 1, they have a little bit on the terrorist plot of JFK, and then a picture of Paris Hilton.
Paris, of course.
Well,
2 soldiers exeted.
Page 21.
Jimmy, what's wrong with your mic? It sounds very tinny
all of a sudden. Got tinny.
Does it?
We're going to fix it.
Oh, now it's better.
Ooh, maybe I was just...
Oh, you aren't on it.
Oh.
You got to have a broadcasting voice.
You got to nuzzle that thing.
Yeah. Am I tinny now?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Sound really hot now.
Smooth jams.
All right, we'll take a break. It's Opie and Anthony.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.
How's everybody doing? Really?
Talking to the audience?
Yeah.
Thought you were talking to me.
Well, when I was growing up and a DJ would ask a question, I used to get really pissed off that he wouldn't wait for my answer.
Oh. How we doing today, everybody? Right now we got... And then you'd be like, wait a minute, I was answering you.
Yeah, I didn't tell you how I was doing. So I figured I would just pause and listen to what they had to say out there.
That's nice.
Thank you. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America, but obviously not spreading across our phone lines. What the hell's going on?
Let's get out the number.
877-212-5762.
See, that number is very difficult.
Not fun.
They said that
it's not a fun number. We need a number that makes a word.
A word?
We need a number that makes a word.
What is 212 Blanca-chick?
212 Yuff lovers. What does 5762 make? E-Rock, you got a job. 5762. Come up with what it makes.
K-Rock.
No, we don't want to use that. Because we're not on K-Rocks all over the country.
Yeah.
See, that would be the obvious thing to say is 877-212-K-Rock. But we're on the edge in Buffalo, so they're like, they're getting local again.
Even with their phone number.
No, we understand it's K-Rock here in New York, but for the rest of America, they're like, we're not K-Rock, so don't use that. Come up with something else for us. Oh, hold on. Tony in Cape Cod. Tony.
What's up, guys?
Make it quick. I know what you want to do. Go ahead.
I got a rock scream for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, it's a rock scream.
All right, it is rock.
It's the noise I make when I yuff people.
Thank you, Tony. By the way, that guy talking about yuffing, it's coming in so much that it's got to be true. It's actually called yiffing.
Yiffing? Maybe, you know something? Yiffing is probably different than yuffing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It probably is.
And now
I wouldn't know.
Now we said yuffing, so from now on it has to be yuffing.
And it's a plushy term.
That's right.
Is what I'm hearing.
Really?
Plushies are into stuffed animals and such.
Yiffing if it's only the mouth area.
Tinny.
Is that it?
Jimmy Tinny.
Am I tinny?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when you talk off mic. Does that work for me, too, if I took off? No, I don't get tinny.
You got a different mic. Something's going on.
Tim doesn't like me. Am I tinny here? How am I tinny?
Well,
now you're fine.
You don't like his haircut, so you decided he's going to give you a bad mic. See what
I do
happens?
like his haircut.
You got to compliment the guy.
I'm going to go tell him, give me a torch. I'm going to chase him through a village.
Yeah, this show is filled with nothing but bad haircuts, man.
It truly is.
Have you seen Igor's haircut yet? Or whatever his name is? Jared? Man, he's got...
Igor.
Yeah, he's got like a...
He's got a lot of names.
What's the other name for him?
They're horrified. They open up that door and
look at this kid.
The interns all stand there.
This kid's my
laughing
favorite.
at whoever. Yeah,
look at him.
He's really top of the charts.
He's on
this batch of interns, man. You are something.
He's on some kind of pill that prevents him from getting naked in public.
Thank you.
There's something going on with you.
Thank you.
What's with the hand?
I don't know.
Like you hold the hand in a clenched fist in front of your unit.
What's your nickname today?
Station.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are they calling you Station? He's got a masking tape that just says Station across it.
Sam?
There's a character in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey named Station.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Way to...
It's actually Steve's joke, but we all thought it was brilliant.
It's Steve's joke.
Right.
And Station was, what was his forte? Or...
Station was a fuzzy alien that ran into other stations.
Oh my God. I got to ask you a question. What happened with Sam's strife? You had some little static with this other gentleman that's been.
Clay Aiken?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to know.
Is he here today?
Behind the scenes
of course,
static.
Clay Aiken's here.
They went at it a little bit the other day.
Did they?
His hair's like like either lupus or Tanner Boyle from Bad News Bears. You have Tanner Boyle hair.
I say it's lupus, but not the person, the disease.
I just hate the Full Metal Jacket smile that he does.
Yeah.
And his eyes are just go.
That's great. Or Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber. That hairdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything going on between you two? Because if not, we're not going to try to attempt to make something here because we got a very busy show. Are you guys cool these days?
Yeah. Seems to me. We're pretty cool.
No problem.
Sam? Any problems?
Ask him.
Wait, there is a problem?
I want him. Is there? He created the problem last time, so I'm giving him the opportunity.
Is there any problems with Sam?
Cool. I'm cool if he's cool.
The
cool,
old
Sam?
I'm cool if he's cool means they're not cool.
I'm always cool.
All right, look.
Yeah, these guys with their problems.
It's my job to realize we're not going to get anything out of these guys today.
No.
So bye-bye. Brian, what's going on?
Hey.
Scram, beat it, hit the bricks.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian. It's right.
All right.
Jared.
It was an E. You yelled E-Rock.
Oh, that was an E-Rock Scream Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
Moving on. Hey, what is America talking about? Well, it hit the news today. Oh, we got your home run call, by the way.
Oh,
Jimmy.
God, you'll be sickened.
We'll do it before the break. Jean-Benet's dad and Natalie Holloway's mom are dating.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Imagine that dinner conversation.
Oh, that must be nice.
What is that about?
Light conversation, nice and peppy.
You're looking across the table, having a nice little dinner date, and it's like, do you ignore the subject? Do you talk about it a lot? Do you want to talk about it?
I'll have the, let me have the steak. I need that done rare. And your dead daughter was never found, right? Yeah, mine was. Yeah, strangled. Salad, what type of dressing do you have? What an uncomfortable date these two would have. Just nothing but this gloomy cloud of death over them. Oof. And meanwhile, the father is still, like, not off the hook as far as public opinion as to his innocence in the whole Jean-Benet thing.
There's some suspicion still?
Of course.
Yeah.
Until they find a killer, definitively find a killer, him and the dead wife there of his will always be a suspect. There were all kinds of these little accusations going around that he had something for his daughter, for Jean-Benet, or that the wife was spending too much time and he had this jealousy thing. Like, they came out with a bunch of theories. Then the fact that it was Christmas and there was no forced entry into the house and he found the body. It just, like, all these things kind of didn't add up. The way they didn't cooperate with the police.
The note bugged me.
The note was just
so
the
awful.
Weirdest. Yeah.
Named his bonus exactly. It was just that was what.
Yeah. It was just, so he'll always be held as a suspect in the public's opinion. And then this woman, Natalie Holloway's mother, she loses a daughter. So I guess they have this kind of connection in grief, and they met at some kind of convention these people throw. They throw little flings, little shindigs.
Are you serious?
Little parties of parents of, like, dead children and missing children.
Oh, wow.
But it's supposed to be, to help out is what they do. They trade information. Yeah, they help out with the grief. They come up with ideas and try to get laws passed for the kids and stuff. So, there's some good going on there. But it seems like an odd place to find a date,
But maybe you're with someone that could totally understand what you're going through, and maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, but if that's what you're basing your relationship on, wow.
Although I will say that the grief like that probably wrecks a lot of relationships and makes it hard to be around. So if the other person kind of has it, maybe it makes it easier. I don't know.
Now his wife,
Patsy.
Patsy Ramsey, she died in June
Of ovarian cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently these two have been together since January. They'd been hooked up since January. So his mourning period didn't last very long, did it?
Yeah.
From June till January.
What's your hurry? You rush right over to a new one.
Just hosed down the area and moved on.
That's it. He moved on, which leads me to believe, in my personal opinion, that perhaps things weren't hunky-dory toward the end anyway. I think there was a lot of accusations between each other, too. Because if he didn't do it, then he was assuming she might have had some part in it. Because, again, the public thought she had some part in it with the jealousy factor, the thing where she would constantly try to parade this girl around to the beauty contests, the father taking such an interest in her, the jealousy as far as that goes. Maybe that led her to kill her own daughter. But, like I said, until they get a definitive person that did this and proof positive, they'll always be suspect.
Unless someone confesses, they'll never find out.
Yeah.
It really is an interesting case, though, that's for sure.
Amazing.
Confesses and then has proof, because we have that lunatic that confessed to it just to get out of Thailand.
To get his frequent flyer miles status.
Yeah.
Up. What a brilliant move.
And then they couldn't convict
that guy
him.
now?
He's walking around California, free as a bird. Because they couldn't get him on any charges.
Shouldn't you just go for jail for saying that?
He got a free flight back, first class, from a place that was going to throw him in some horrible prison.
People lose their jobs on the radio for saying something dumb.
Yeah.
And this guy's walking around after saying he was the murderer.
Saying he murdered Jean-Benet so he could get out of Thailand because they were going to throw him in prison.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to book a gig in Denver, and then I'm going to confess to her murder just so they can fly me out there.
Yeah, there you go. You can fly out.
You would get some nice special treatment.
That's what people do now.
All
they
right.
just confess to that murder so they can fly for free.
So Jean-Benet's dad and Natalie Holloway's mom are dating. That is strange today. This story is even stranger. Man on death row is collecting jokes and will use the funniest one at his last statement when he is executed later this month.
Oh, let it be a Jimmy Norton joke from his HBO special.
Oh, my God.
Would that be great? Right before they inject them? Is it injection or electric chair or hanging?
You got to think this guy has a twisted sense of humor. We should just send him all your jokes.
I would love that.
Oh, would that be great?
There you go, Pest. You got a nice little mission. How do they get a hold of this guy?
I don't know.
Is it on a website or something?
His name is Patrick Knight.
Patrick Knight?
Patrick Knight. He's I guess in Randall County, wherever that is, in Texas somewhere. Do we know where he is, Stan?
Probably Texas. That's
Texas.
the only
Oh,
that
boy.
still executes, I think, at this point.
Better get the jokes in quick. They don't mess around in Texas.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was looking for a joke. He shot 2 people to death 16 years ago, his neighbors. And
16 years to kill somebody.
He said, I'm not trying to disrespect the Werners or anything. And he's saying, I'm not trying to say I don't care, but I'm going to die, and I'm not going to sit here and whine and cry. And he's had about 250 wisecracks mailed to him on death row.
Wisecracks? He's cracking wise.
Oh, or emailed to a friend who has a website for him.
Oh.
So there is a website for this guy. His name is Patrick Knight. I'm sure you could find it. And he says lawyer jokes are popular. Some of them are a little on the edge. I'm not going to use any profanity if I can find the one I want, or any vulgar content. And then he goes, but it
perish the thought.
Wouldn't be bad if it was a little on the edge.
He doesn't want to say anything profane. Well, you are pretty much right there at the precipice, ready to go see whatever side. You might want to, try to count your blessings and see if you make it upstairs.
Yeah, 2 Jews walk into a bar. I can't wait to see them up there. Be all politically correct humor, just in case their God is the right one.
And then we got other weird stuff happening today. Oh, you know those wheelies or whatever, the Heelys, whatever.
The Heelys. You'd see the kids whipping around on them in the mall.
A lot of broken bones because of that.
Yep.
So they're
cracked skulls.
So they're talking about that on the old TV.
Here's what I heard.
I thought when I first saw the Heelys in the mall and stuff with the little kids just rocking and rolling, I thought, wow, what a crazy invention that is, man.
Yeah. But the company that put them out is huge, making huge cake.
Almost every
kid
has them at this point.
Every kid loves them. They have them. And now they want to pass some kind of law where in order to have them, the kids have to wear the pads, the wrist pads, the elbow pads, a helmet, which takes away. You might as well then be wearing skates.
Right. No,
it's the whole thing where they could just pop wheels out and kind of cruise a little bit and then have their shoes on.
Why don't you pass a law that you got to qualify to be a parent? That takes care of all this stuff.
Well,
you should figure out if your kid could handle the Heelys or not. End of story.
I don't know. It does seem like they could just wail back and smash the back of their heads open.
They showed some chubby kids on TV with the Heelys, and
maybe your kid's too fat for Heelys.
I'm thinking the news did that on purpose. Sorry. and they were a little wobbly on their heelys. They weren't going to get the kid that is rocking and rolling and
really good
and ready for a skateboard at 3 years old, 4 years old. They showed these chubby kids that were having a tough time, like they were going to fall down at any moment. And the news was filming, hoping they were going to fall down, because then it would make the story perfect for them.
It is funny when you're walking through the wall and you see a little kid with his toe pointed up,
little
and
bastard,
he's just like, he's just whipping through there. His mom's yelling at him.
Get over here.
And then you got Tyson, wants to do Bollywood movies, whatever.
I never had fun at the mall when I had to go with my mother. Like, kids, at least they got things like wheelies and fun things, like, a little handheld game you could play or something like that. When I went to the mall with my mother, it was a friggin' nightmare, because it was like the most boring. You're in the women's clothing section, and she's picking out things, and if it was 5 minutes, it seemed like an hour. And then when we're walking out, I'd be like, "Oh, can we just go? I just want to go." And she's got you by the one arm, and you're twisting around, and you want to leave. And then right before the door, you see the light at the door and go, "Finally, we're leaving." She goes, "Oh, shoes." And you just, "I gotta go."
Crying
As
again,
a kid,
Anthony?
Crying.
And what did your dad do?
Why don't you shut up, you baby? What do you, Ro, he's got to man up a little bit.
Why don't you go in there with your mother and pick out some shoes, you fairy?
What do you take him clothes shopping with you? What do you want him to wear, a dress? Oh, Joey, he's not going to wear a dress. Ro, you baby the kid. The second he's done, he told me to stop with the I can't even say it.
What?
But it's the issy. I'll just say it. Stop with the issy eyes. With another letter in front, if I could say that. Like my eyes were watering, were dripping, were leaking.
Right. Fishy eyes?
No, it was what you maybe when you go to the bathroom as a guy. So he'd say, "Stop with those eyes."
Yeah.
Saying that I'm urinating from my eyeballs is pretty much what my dad was implying. Knock it off. He's got to man up, Ro. Oh, leave him alone, Joey. He's just a sensitive boy. Sensitive? I think my father worried so much that I was just going to be, "Hi, Dad." Because as a kid, I was just the biggest baby, and I'd sit there, and my mother would go, "Oh, I just want to look at one more thing." "But, Mom, I want to go." "Shut up."
Well, we've heard the stories by now. You had every right to be a baby. There was all hell breaking loose around you in that house.
I know. And for some reason, I had to parade around with my mother as she's shopping while I could have been hanging out at the bar with Dad. But I don't think he wanted me there because just in case, I popped open a pistachio nut and, God forbid, poked myself, I'd start crying at the bar. And he didn't want me there crying. I was always crying. What a baby. Now I'm really starting to think I don't think my daddy wanted me around because I cried all the time. Oh, that's horrible.
Also, new study finds that marriage that you're talking about here between your parents helps depress people. So if you're depressed, they're saying go get married. It'll help.
What a load of crap that is.
Well, it pushes you into suicidal.
Exactly.
Man, that's a dumb study, right?
That is not. If you're happily married, of course. If you're not, you're going to be depressed. Stop it.
And one of my favorite stories for today, the Komodo dragon story, killing the 8-year-old in Indonesia.
Oops.
Indonesia. And supposedly the kid was, let's just say he was in a bush, taking no, not that, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah. Oh, the one where you might need some paper afterwards.
Or you're looking around
for a leaf.
Leaves, hoping they're not poison ivy.
You look around, you pick up a Komodo. Maybe you're trying to use a Komodo dragon. Oof. Ow.
I said, what could this thing do to me? Well, it ate him.
A Komodo dragon ate a kid?
Or tried to, yeah.
Wow.
Kills an 8-year-old in Indonesia.
Wasn't he using the bathroom outdoors or something? And like all of a sudden...
Bathroom? He was just using a bush.
Yeah, that's what...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No bathrooms there.
Trying to,
take care
of business. And Komodo dragon kills him and tries to eat him.
Didn't they shoot one of those the other day?
That was the giant lizard.
Yeah, but that's what a Komodo dragon is. It's a giant lizard.
And what happened? Is it really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking because we made kind of a fuss like, oh, what are they doing? Just leave the thing alone.
Yeah.
Apparently they do just walk up and kill children.
And what happened to the Loch Ness Monster footage? Are we done with that? I want to know what's going on with that.
That was
footage.
a story for one day.
Oh, okay.
Turned out to be a fraud. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a mic in front of me, so everyone will believe me. It's a fraud.
All right. Oh, the Sterling clip before we go to break.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we get back, we're going to spend this week having the guys go through 28. What's 28 million? 28 million listeners we got now? Cool.
What was that? 28 million?
Yeah, it was on a Post-it. I think that's the listener.
Just a number written, 28 million. Okay.
Yeah. When we get back, the guys have been like leafing through the female playbooks. Those are the magazines.
Yeah, like Cosmo and Women's Magazine and what's the one you brought up yesterday?
And Marie or Mary Claire.
Claire. I hate that. It's like there's nothing in there I want to read.
And when we get back, Kenny is going to announce to the world his article that he found.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Are you going to play that clip?
Which one?
The Sterling clip?
Yeah, right here.
Because I want to hear Jimmy's reaction.
Oh, Jimmy, you haven't heard it,
Yeah,
right?
you can't just go right into commercial.
Well, the rest of America, we have John Sterling. He's the Yankees play-by-play guy, and he likes to have fun with home run calls. Just about everyone's trying to come up with the ultimate home run call. We should do a whole segment on home run calls from around America, because everyone's trying to do it.
That wouldn't be local.
I like when they make it into another sport.
Huh?
All of a sudden they're like, oh, that's a touchdown.
Ugh.
They just start using terminology from another sport. Oh, they do it all the time.
Oops. Yeah, this one was
like between the uprights, like in basketball, they'll say that for a three-pointer. It's like, okay, football term for basketball. That's clever.
I get upset with basketball because they call something a field goal. Field goal percentage. I think they completely ripped that off from football just to like sound more relevant.
Are you messing with King James?
King James. I don't even know who King James is.
You know who King James is.
I swear to you, I don't.
They're in the finals. You know who King James is.
The finals of what? I know the Stanley Cup finals. Anaheim's ready to take it all.
You know what?
I know more about that than I do basketball.
I stopped following hockey about a month ago. I didn't even realize, I swear, until today.
Did you think the Stanley Cup was over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did, because any team that I would be interested in is long gone.
Yeah.
I wanted my Islanders. Then I was taking a peek at the Rangers just because it's a local thing. Then I went with the Sabres, and now it's like, who's in it? The Ducks and what? Ottawa. Ugh, Ottawa. Here's the latest John Sterling phone call. Jimmy has not heard it.
Yeah.
These calls drive Jimmy nuts.
Here's the payoff. Swung on, hit high in the air to deep right field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Johnny D.
So far, so good.
I don't mind that.
He didn't go,
yeah, it is high. It is far. I don't mind like a little bit of oomph on it, but as long as he's, that's all right.
When he goes, that's too much. But he was very nice with that one. And of course, it was Damon hit that, and he likes to have little play on the names of the players.
There you go. That's it.
Like
that was it.
The Bamtino. He used to say.
And he used to Giambino.
And an A-bomb from A-Rod.
And then he got politically correct. He was calling him Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help but laugh. Diane Sawyer's doing her exclusive interview with the TB dude.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the TB mask. It's the funniest thing ever. They look like they're bank robbers just talking to each other.
Where, Muggsy? Yeah, I got TB, see?
Like that little piece of cloth is going to help you from getting the TB.
I know. That guy should be in another room.
Man.
I want that guy in an airlock.
But they put a little handkerchief around
a little rag over your face.
And they're ready for the interview. But Diane Sawyer with it, it's helping her looks. It's covering up most of the hurting that's going on her
world
face.
of hurt.
All right, here's what he ended the call with.
It is far. It is gone. Johnny Damon opens the game with a long home run. He got a 3-2 cookie from Litch and hit it in the second deck in right field. A Damon dinger. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
A Damon dinger.
And that's what I was talking about, how like all of a sudden a pitch is a cookie.
Yeah, a cookie.
A 3-2 cookie.
A 3-2 cookie. What?
What is it's computer revisited the pitch? What does that mean?
A cookie. Yeah, I want to turn off cookies. I'm not accepting cookies.
What the hell is a cookie?
It is gone. Johnny Damon opens the game with a long home run. He got a 3-2 cookie from...
A 3-2 famous Amos. You got an Oreo double stuff.
These guys are all trying to top themselves.
A 3-2 cookie.
What is that?
What is a cookie?
Well, a cookie's good.
I guess they're delicious.
It's so tasty you can't help but take a bite, or in this case, a swing at it.
If it was a bad pitch, would it have been a 3-2 cocky?
3-2 duty.
A cookie.
A glitch and hit it in the second deck in right field. A demon dinger. And the Yankees...
A demon dinger.
Good. Damon
Dinger. Oh.
It's just embarrassing.
If I was Damon, I'd just go up there and punch him in the face for that. He'll come up with something better. Bernie goes boom. Does he?
I don't think anyone goes boom. Maybe little kids say boom.
Boom.
A back-to-back and a belly trip. Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Thought you'd like that.
That's atrocious.
Yeah.
Well, people are
saying?
People are saying Jordan's weight sparks debate. Jordan Sparks, the winner of American Idol. Oh, that's a cute headline. Jordan's weight sparks debate. Very,
good one.
very
good one.
Clever. Newsday gets a gold star today for their cleverness.
Put them down for one.
We'll get into the story next, but I guess someone hinted that she might want to lose some weight, and now the fat groups are just outraged to the point there's death threats for the person that said this on Fox.
They hate when people say, but that's the bottom line.
Well, yeah.
That's the way it goes with girl singers. Sorry.
She's got a beautiful face, but man, she's a big girl.
Well, I guess they'll use.
She was wearing some big outfits on that American Idol.
I guess they'll use what's her facey there from Dreamgirls as an example of, see, you don't got to lose the weight, you just got to have talent.
Yeah, but you know what?
Pavel, if you're an opera singer, but if you want to be a sex symbol, which everyone does, and you want to look good on camera, lose some weight.
Jennifer Hudson looks, she's a big girl, but she looks good. She's kind of in proportion. She's buxom, kind of, you know what I mean?
Buxom.
Not my type, but you can understand where she's kind of sexy. The problem with Jordan Sparks is being a big girl. She's got really wide, big shoulders.
Yeah.
When you see her from the back, she looks like she could be...
I don't think she can trim down from that, though.
That's what I'm saying. So I think she's screwed. I mean, she's the daughter of a freaking NFL football player.
Yeah, you're going to get some of those genes.
You got some of those genes in your jeans.
Mm-hmm.
That's Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. 92.3.
Yeah, we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. We got to go right to the phones because he's alive. He's alive. Our pal Chris Angel just did something pretty amazing in Times Square here in New York City, and he escaped, and he is alive. Hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, guys, you guys are awesome, man. Thanks so much for all the support. You guys just are unlike anybody. I really appreciate everything. Thank you.
There he is.
By the way, Jim Norton's in studio. You wanted to meet him when you came in a couple days ago, and he was doing his thing, but he's here today.
Well, we know each other. I was kind of bummed out I missed you, man.
Yeah, no, man. I just thought you were so freaking funny on that AVN Awards.
Oh, thank you, bro. Hey, what exactly did you do? Because I was actually, I think in Washington when you were in. I know you were in concrete.
Yeah, run us through the whole thing now.
Yeah, I went into a cube less than 4 feet in diameter. New York City Police Department checked it out. They actually had strip searched me, put me in the cube with 10 pounds of leg iron shackles. I was hoisted in the air 4 to 5 stories. I remained there, and then the public poured 6,000 pounds of concrete inside. And then before the 24th hour, I had to make my escape, and did in a very unique way.
Yeah, because the box, fell to the ground and broke open, right?
Yeah, it crashed to the ground, broke open, and I reappeared somewhere else instantly.
Oh, you got to teach us how to...
And throughout the whole time, I poked holes out of the thing, and people saw me. I dropped the line down, and they saw inside. We had a lift camera inside, so it was a pretty... it's something I've never done before, and something I'm truly proud of.
Dude, don't you get claustrophobic, man? I don't even like being on a plane for too long.
I kind of faced all my fears, and if you don't fear death, what's there to fear, But all this was to kind of kick off, not to do a shameless plug, but it's really important. Tonight at 10 p.m. 9 Central is my brand new episode of Mind Freak, which is an hour special, and I attempt to float in the Luxor light, which is more than 500 feet above Las Vegas Boulevard, and the public, which is completely uncontrollable, shoots it from their cameras, don't even know these people, and I do it in the Luxor's light. It's insane.
Oh, that's going to air tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
Oh, great. That's the one I want to say. Definitely.
I was actually very jealous. We had Ozzy Osbourne in studio, who I'm a freak for, and he actually took off the ring and showed us the ring that you gave him.
Yeah, Ozzy is, a huge inspiration to me. They actually requested me to present him at the Rock Honor Awards, and I was so honored. And I was watching him rehearse, and he started calling me to the stage, and I had an opportunity to spend some time talking to him and his wife Sharon, and they were just wonderful people, and he really inspired me. As a kid, 12 years old, listening to Black Sabbath, he transcended entertainment, and he was just a great guy, and I just was, I just like, here, Ozzy, he liked my ring, and I just said, here, it's yours.
Wow. Hey, after your appearance on our show, A&E did the Mind Freak Marathon this past weekend. I was hooked. I watched for like 3 straight hours. You got to tell me how you moved that tree outside the casino in Vegas. Come on. Me and Anthony were discussing it today. I'm like,
the next time I come in the studio, I'm going to bring some stuff, and I'm going to teach you some stuff, and then we're going to do some stuff over the radio to some of you.
Oh, that'd be cool. Definitely. I want to see how I could do some of these things and impress people.
Anthony and I were talking about you today in the office, and I'm telling you, man, if you wrote a book how you explained all this stuff, people would be blown away. It would be one of the greatest reads ever.
It's breaking the code, though, Opie.
But I understand you don't want to because, then you got that whole Harry Houdini thing going on for forever, basically. But what I suggest is, Chris, you come in and explain one thing on our show for the first time. Just one of your things.
Well, you know what? I will consider something that we could do, and I'll do that because you guys have been really just awesome and consistent, and I just so appreciate it. And I'll come up with something for you.
But what's cool about you, we got to acknowledge this. There's some of this stuff you're really, really doing, and that's what confuses everybody when they're watching Mind Freak or they're out there at Times Square. You don't know which is a true illusion and which thing you're really, really doing for real.
Exactly.
And that makes it very, very interesting to me, anyway.
Yeah, if you look at my hands right now, my right hand's pretty cut up.
Yeah.
And because I really, had to get through the glass and punch a couple holes through it, and I got nailed in a couple places. But yeah, that's what I try to do. Is I get people on a road, and then when they think they know what the journey's going to be about, I switch it on them.
Yeah. And by the way, thanks for the plug. I'm looking at your appearance on our show. It's on A&E, their website right now, AETV.com.
AETV.com.
Yeah, you guys, we came in with the camera, and it was great, and we used it as the promo piece, so thanks to you guys for allowing me to do that.
Hey, that's pretty awesome. All right, Chris. Well, I know you got a lot of people to talk to today, but we just wanted to check in because we know I don't want to call it a stunt. Your what?
Demonstration.
Demonstration is complete, and you're alive.
Yeah, thank you so very much, and I'll see you on my show tonight.
All right, yeah, Mind Freak tonight on A&E. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. God bless.
Take it easy, man.
Chris Angel, Long Island Zone, by the way.
Oh, is he from Long Island?
East Meadow, baby.
East Meadow? Yeah.
I believe it's East Meadow, yeah.
Don't get local again.
Huh? Oh, sorry, yeah. Giving his poor mom heart attacks all over the place.
I know. The poor woman. Every episode you watch, it's like, oh, my poor son. I don't know. This one's might be the one.
See, he's sick because we were talking about that in studio. Like, could you give your mom a break? She's got all sorts of stress and things going on because she's seeing her son do all this stuff, and he's not explaining this stuff.
Yeah, at least tell your mom that, like, oh, this is how I do it, and she could go, oh, you idiot, that's easy.
Yeah, because he doesn't trust her because she's going to get together with the rest of the moms, and they're going to be gossiping, and next thing you know, the word's out, and then people are going to know.
Playing a little mahjong.
So mom has to suffer a little bit.
Do you know when I was doing the porn awards, I was staying in the hotel, whatever it's called. What hotel is it, Kenny? Do you remember?
The hotel.
The hotel. What's one?
The hotel.
The hotel, but what's it connected to? Mandalay. And I was next to the Luxor.
It's called the Hotel at Mandalay Bay.
Yes.
I know Kenny's getting that.
But out my window, I can see the Luxor, which is a giant pyramid in Vegas. And that light that comes off the top is what he's talking about. And they said that's one of the few man-made things you can see from space. Yeah, that goes way higher than 500 feet.
And dude, he was telling us, so he's going to be floating in that light tonight on A&E, Mind Freak, right?
Floating in the light with people with cameras anywhere can photograph it. And he's just going to be suspended in that light, like floating with no cables or anything.
And he said, He said anyone could film it from wherever they wanted.
I could do this.
You know what's going to be funny if you see him floating, all of a sudden you hear helicopter noises.
Pay no attention.
See that noise? That's my stomach. I'm hungry.
I don't know. I don't know how the hell they do it. It annoys me to watch them because they can do something that I have no clue how they're doing it.
I remember back in the day, I love finding out how they do this stuff. Back in the day, remember they used to get the Statue of Liberty to disappear. Who was that? Copper Hack?
Copper Hack. Yeah. Hey, you gotta give him something though. He
never updated his act. We went to see Copperfield in Vegas. I was so disappointed that I didn't go see another Circus Soleil show.
He got what's her name though in her prime there. That model. Yeah, Claudia Schiffer.
Oh, God, I was supposed to ask Chris Angel about Cameron Diaz. Damn.
Oh, she's in the paper today.
We got some headlines. Supposedly there's something going on between those two.
Oh, yeah?
See if he wants to talk about it. Give him a call back. Yeah, but saw Copperfield. He's a hack. He never updated his act.
No.
Oh, it was
one of those that didn't have to.
It was a huge disappointment. Huge. When I went to Vegas.
Does he do a lot of tricks?
Yeah, just all old.
Yes, he does tricks.
But he made the Statue of Liberty disappear, and when you learned that it was like a rotating stage, the whole audience, everything was rotated. So then when he pulled back the curtains, the Statue of Liberty was gone. It was like, hey, that's pretty cool, because like no one knew that the whole stage was rotating very, 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 very slowly, so no one would notice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How did they not notice that there was a different view?
A different background.
All of a sudden,
I know that.
You see the Trade Center. I mean, the whole downtown New York is right there. Or Staten Island. How do you not know you're seeing the Verrazano now?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jimmy.
What idiots did he have?
Well, I think the key to doing these illusions is getting an audience of dummies.
They get the audience off of those New York City tour buses.
See, because like Fast Eddie, you know, there in Huntington, he does magic tricks at the restaurant, F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in the heart of Huntington Village. But who's talking about that right now? My brother's fine joint that's getting rave reviews for the food.
You made a plug appear out of thin air. Magic.
And Eddie does some tricks in there. He hates people like me because I'm the guy that has to know how it's done. And then I'm like, I'm making him look silly in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I can't help myself, though. That's what's fun for me.
My girlfriend's hysterical with magic when magicians come around at some events and they have the cards. And you ever see the one where they take the deck of cards, put it in the box, and then one card will just slowly come out of the deck by itself?
Yeah.
She, like, freaks out and runs away. She has to run away from the trick. She's one of those, like, that goes, ah! Like she's frightened of it.
Oh, she would be perfect for Chris Angel when he's doing his street stuff.
Yeah, I've seen those where the people just, they have to flee the trick.
The best is, oh, no, he did! Lordy.
Oh, my God, he put the cards in the box.
He made the box of cards disappear. That's the best, the reaction with the street musician crowd.
Posada's playing Pinochle.
See, Jimmy, that explains how you don't see a different view. He was smart enough to do it at night, so you can't really see
you can't see the background.
Right.
All right.
How big was did he actually put a 300 or 400 foot drape up in front of the statue? Or was
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the stage turns, it opens up, you see nothing, and then it closes, and they turn it back.
Maybe they just turned off the lights at the Statue of Liberty.
That's all they did.
If he did it in the dark. And there you go. Done.
There, the curtain fell. We're watching a video because everything is available on video right now.
All right. Real fast before we take a break. So Jordan Sparks, this is the deal, Jimmy. Jordan's weight sparks debate. Jordan Sparks fans are angered at an obesity expert, who said that the American Idol winner should lose some weight.
Why'd you just look at E-Rock?
No.
When you said obesity expert.
No, I really wasn't. E-Rock.
Oh, okay.
No, I really wasn't.
Sorry.
Jimmy's distracted by the Copperfield video.
Yeah, I just...
You have to be sensitive to
he made a call.
He's losing weight.
All right, listen. Because it's radio, but we can't just watch a video.
No.
Mimi Roth of the National Action Against Obesity told MSNBC.com's The Scoop.
I hated when Mimi Roth came in and turned down the TV when they had to have it up loud because Michael didn't want anybody hearing anything. Come on. Mimi Roth. Let me turn this down. What are you, deaf? You're married to an organized crime figure, you dumb old bag. Yeah. Don't you understand when the TV's up loud, shut up and don't bring in sandwiches?
Here's some tuna fish, murder your chauffeur.
There you go. Okay, the scoop that there have been hate posts calling for my death ever since she went on Fox TV and said that Jordan Sparks is overweight.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that, whatever. When I look at Jordan, I see diabetes, I see heart disease, I see high cholesterol, Roth said. That's what's so sad about this. She is not the vision of health. She is the vision of unhealth.
Oof.
So, people got pissed off by that. She's just stating the obvious, you know, if you're a bigger person, you got some things to look forward to if you don't take care of yourself, right? Is that a fact or not a fact?
If I see a pound of bacon on the table, I'll know we have a deal.
If I see a picture with a sore groin, I'll know we have that fifth spot in the rotation filled.
Roth, I can't even say the name. Roth says she stands by her words but did not call Sparks obese or say some of the other things that irate posters have attributed to her. Roth says that some have misconstrued her words because of Fox's sensationalized setup. So there you go.
Well, she obviously is overweight, and I think it's fact that people know being overweight isn't healthy. So what the hell do you want? People that are fat are in a state of denial that transcends anyone else's state of denial because it's accepted, and they have like this thing, these people that will support them and back them up and say, well, you can't say that. Stop that.
People who work in the steel floor industry.
The steel floor industry.
Right. People who run ConcreteShoes.com support them.
Yeah.
All right.
They do. They got this whole friggin' support system. Not literally, of course, but you can't say anything. You can't go up to them and say, well, you know, what, or comment like this woman is saying, hey, this is not a healthy way of life. Well, why are you saying that? Well, because it isn't.
And they say it's a disease, man. I have a hard time with that one.
Yeah.
Did you see, like, big people, fat people?
I think it's an obsession.
Making horrific choices with what they're throwing in their mouths.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not fat, but I suffer every day. I want it. Jimmy was enjoying a Sunday after his HBO taping, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a Sunday.
You called Jimmy fat.
No,
you just called Jimmy fat.
No.
You just said he had a Sunday.
That was my big celebration. I treated myself to 24 hours of crap eating.
Wow. That's cool.
I had a steak and then dessert the next night, and the Sunday that night, and then yesterday I had to eat egg whites again.
That's what I'm saying. And you're suffering, right?
And regular food again. Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's really not easy to try to keep in shape, no matter what kind of body size you have.
Do you think I want to have this breakfast of cinnamon rolls and pound cake? No. I want to be eating cookies.
You know what I had this morning? You don't think I want, like, some donut from Krispy Kreme or something?
Oh,
Instead,
man.
I had, like, no fat, not low fat, no fat, plain yogurt with fruit on the side.
See?
Ugh.
And you got to do that.
You think I really want to eat that?
No. What tastes better? At Jimmy's gig in Washington, I passed by, going to his dressing room, and what was there? That cart with that friggin' powdered donut was yelling at me.
Yeah.
Yelling, eat me! Eat me! And I didn't.
Oh, my God, he's going for the powdered donut. The powdered donut, it's taking it out of the box. The reaction in Jim Norton's green room is unbelievable. He's very angry that beautiful people are in the front row. Some girl is hurting his Black Sabbath T-shirt. The reaction is unbelievable. Oh, McRae Pettit is having a low-fat yogurt. Posada has a grin and has a thing apple in his teeth.
I'd love to eat like crap.
Yeah.
And fat people, that's what you're doing. You're eating garbage and you're not exercising, and that's why you're fat.
It's a struggle
every
every
day.
Story.
We watched a guy the other night. We were in Morton's, and I watched a guy eating. He's a big fat guy, and eating bread with butter on it. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, I don't care. Eat what you want, but don't cry.
But then don't call it a disease on us.
Don't cry when I don't want to sit next to you on a plane.
Yeah. Because it's
cry.
inconvenient.
You're not making decisions that I have to make.
Don't get upset when people look at you like a freak walking down the street.
I want to eat butter cookies right now.
Oh, my God. Let's go get some butter cookies.
Butter cookies.
All right. Someone.
I want to eat chocolate with
someone finish the show.
Inside.
We're going to go get
Truffles.
Or ice cream cake. Ice cream cake I still can't resist. When one is here,
Really?
I have to have a bite.
Yeah.
Any type of apple thing with cinnamon and some kind of crumbly crust. I can shove that whole thing in my mouth.
I bet with a nice white frosted top. What's better than a heated Cinnabon?
Oh, that's another thing. You go into the airport, can you not smell Cinnabon without wanting to just rip someone's face off? It smells delicious.
I got depressed because I thought I found a tasty treat that was low in calories in Starbucks.
Yeah.
The granola
Penis?
yogurt with the with the fruit stuff at the bottom.
Yeah.
Seems like innocent enough. It's like 400 calories.
It really is bad, right?
Yeah. They're trying to tell everyone that that's a healthy treat.
It's been said before. If it tastes good, it's not going to be good for you.
Oh, by the way, Booby Man, Opie, you did not say fruit right. Do it right in capital letters.
Oh.
What'd you have?
Fruit. Just a bunch of asses on this. Fruit. By the way, Anthony, you still have 15 minutes to work something into this show. The streak has to continue.
All right.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony. 92.3 K-Rock.
Opie and Anthony. Little Jimmy Norton. Leave Elo alone. Where's Kenny? Kenny!
Where is that big dope?
Kenny. We're doing this bit all week long. Basically, we're having the guys go through, like, the female playbooks.
You know those magazines, Cosmo, Women's Day, Weekly, Home and House and Garden.
Home and Garden?
I don't know. I don't know those magazines too well.
Basically, the guys go through these magazines, and then they pick out an article they think is kind of interesting to bring to the program.
Yeah.
You know, what were the ones we did yesterday? Sex tips from guys.
Yeah, it's
in
like
a women's magazine. So you're a woman, you're reading sex tips from guys. So these are guys talking about what they like.
What they would like the women to do. And, of course, it was written by a woman because
it had to be.
It really didn't make much sense to us.
Or it was written by a guy. And what was the other one we did yesterday? We did things to do after sex to keep him interested.
Yeah. Keep him interested so he doesn't just fall asleep after sex. And they were all just silly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you both just want to crap out. If you've had a good session, you just want to crap out right there.
Well, today it's Club Soda Kenny's turn, and right off the bat, I can't even look at him because he put his reading glasses on.
How appropriate. It's top 10 sex tips for the older woman.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one right now.
I'm 50 years old.
And you look like an old lady in those glasses.
You got your little glasses on.
I'm 50 years old.
Is that the line, though, from SNL? 50 years old.
Yeah.
She made me laugh. Molly Shannon, right?
50 years old.
Hey,
what do you got, Kenny?
I'm sorry I wasn't here when you were calling for me. I was getting a little talking to in the hallway by a salesman because I have to plug my appearance Saturday.
What appearance, Kenny?
Oh, Kenny, you're doing an appearance?
Where's Kenny going to be?
You think someone will show up this time? Because the last time you did an appearance, no one showed up.
Don't break the record of no one showing up at Kenny's appearances.
Yeah, please, someone show up because, it gives him a little, dough in his back pocket that he could use.
Kenny's like a dirty bomb at appearances. They just people clear out of the way.
Yeah, if I get one person, that's 100% improvement.
That's where are you going to look at it?
Where are you going to
be? I'm going to be plugging TomTom GPS at the Circuit City, 52 East 14th Street in New York City this Saturday from noon to 2 p.m.
Can I say something about TomTom? I
know what you're going to say.
I actually have one, which I bought when I was shooting Lucky Louie, and that damn thing saved my life in Los Angeles.
Of course it did.
It's a portable GPS. I loved it. I might even plug it for them. I loved.
What, you just walk around with it?
No, but I would put it in rental cars.
Can you walk around with it too if you really?
She wants to look like a goose.
I actually plug it in somewhere.
No, you didn't. I ran around holding it. And I was going vroom.
Hey, there are handheld GPSs for big cities like New York and Chicago and
your
such.
Phone.
Dude, this thing you plug into the cigarette outlet, a lighter, and you just stick it to your windshield. It was amazing.
Yeah,
yeah,
tells you where to go.
I really loved it.
Good. All right.
Tom GPS, Circuit City, East 14th Street, this Saturday, noon to 2. Come see me.
Could someone please show up?
Yeah,
he was so depressed no one showed up at his last appearance.
Hi.
He was at a strip club talking to the manager. So, you got a nice place here. It was just awkward for everybody involved because you don't really like conversation.
Yeah.
Was it awkward?
And I don't like girls either, so I don't know what I was doing in the strip club.
See, get it?
I can see what's going to happen. Like the sales guys over at the store over there.
That sales guy is no longer here, by the way. Did I mention that?
No, I don't mean the sales people here. I mean the salespeople that work at the Circuit City that you're talking about are going to come up to you, Kenny, and try to explain the GPS to you. And Kenny's going to be like, I don't understand.
No, I do, because Jim's got a TomTom, so I know how to use it. It's a touch screen.
You touch his TomTom?
Yeah.
We would actually say we should have brought Tom on this trip.
Yeah, we refer to him as like a person.
Yeah.
Tom.
We should have our heads clumped together, but Tom gets you from point A to point B. Not unlike our own Tom. Except the Tom doesn't have the tie of a homosexual draped around it. It's a fine piece of masculine equipment.
And he doesn't have braces at however old he is.
Oh, when do those come off?
Soon.
Got to be soon, right?
We're hoping we're still around.
I hope it comes off before his graduation. So his graduation pictures don't have his braces on them.
Before his prom.
I didn't notice he had braces.
Oh, God.
Well, he didn't when we first got here.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, all right, let's go. We're running out of show.
All right, top 10 sex tips for the older woman.
Really? This is what you found.
Yeah, because, senior citizens need love, too.
Ooh, so this is for the older women?
Yeah, because, your sex life will change as your body ages, so you got these top 10 tips here, and you can, do your thing.
Why didn't you go with funny conversation starters?
I had a whole medley of articles here to choose from.
Oh, you're doing a medley?
Wait, a whole what?
He's doing a medley.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so you're going to get
a medley.
So you're going to get to the funny conversation stars, right?
Well, if we got time, we might
have to
I'm versatile.
That's what his hair is, medley. it's like shavings off a metal lathe.
This is interesting right here. One of the sex tips for an older woman. Tip number 7. Shake your partner to make sure that he's actually sleeping and not dead.
All right, let's get into the top 10 sex tips for the older women.
For a healthy, satisfying sex that you can have your entire life, it says.
And this is part of Club Soda Kenny's medley of things.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Talk with your partner, because open communication has always been essential for good sex.
Oh, sure.
You could talk about any sexual difficulties you might be having as a couple. And try to treat these difficulties as problems to solve and work together on finding creative solutions.
Does this want you to just, give Dr. Kevorkian a medal?
He just got out of prison.
I know. And this if your sex life, think about when you first started having sex. It just is it was the most unbelievable thing ever. And then you're having sex through your life, and it's great. And then it ends up where you got to sit there all old going, it doesn't work anymore. My prostate's the size of a pineapple. I can't get any lubrication going. This hurts when I move like this. I don't have a breast. It's just, there's this whole, that's what sex turns into. Two old people yapping about what they, problems they got to overcome.
Be careful, you might break my hip. Stop it. My surgery didn't heal correctly.
It's funny you mention all these tips address everything.
Of course
they do.
But it starts where you're young and you're
just full of energy, vim and vigor, and you're just going at it.
Right.
Anytime, anywhere, anyone. Yeah. It just was that.
And you're Anya.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you like that?
And you're Anya.
Kenny enjoys that.
And then it ends up with just
I don't know what happened. Be careful, my sciatica is... my sciatica is hurting.
Sciatica is acting up.
I can't. I don't have any left in my... If you try to put your in my... It's gonna... You can't because you... And my surgery... And it was removed. They took out my... So you're probably gonna hit...
Oh, my God.
That's it. Great. Two old people commiserating over their problems.
Talking it out. We're trying to, they both remember the good old days.
Yeah.
Trying to keep that spark alive, huh? Go ahead there, Kenny.
Number 2, lubricate.
That's a subject right there.
As a woman ages, natural lubrication...
stop right there.
No, I changed the word.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see if you got
Dump it anyway.
Let's see if you're FCC friendly.
For sexual relations.
The jury's out on that one. We'll see. We'll see how Al handled that one. A little too saucy for you, Al.
Well, you need lubrication so it doesn't decrease.
Well, great. I think
dumped.
Yeah, of course it got dumped, Kenny. You dope, Kenny. You dope. Yeah. Al's got a very lubricated finger as he pushes that button.
Exactly. He doesn't want it callousing up on him.
Thanks for saving our job, Al.
All right.
What else?
You can
just say lubricate. I think we can figure it out.
Incorporate it into foreplay.
Yuck.
Experiment with positions and times. Because, pain caused by arthritis.
Oh, God. Arthritis. Ow!
And other conditions can interfere with sex.
Imagine those gnarly arthritic fingers just wrapped around it.
Trying to.
I'm thinking you got stink knuckle arthritis.
Oh.
You got to tape it into her hand.
You look down at her feet, all you see are those corn chip toenails.
Yeah! Yes! Bravo!
I got it in under the wire.
I was panicking, and I didn't want to remind you.
No, I was waiting.
All right. What else, Kenny? So
so experiment with different positions and different time of day when the pain could be less severe.
If one position is uncomfortable, should you use the little controller on the side of the hospital bed? Move yourself around.
What else?
Number 4, deal with erectile problems.
Yeah.
Because for men, trouble having an erection is an expected part of aging. If this happens with your partner, gently help him troubleshoot this problem.
Troubleshooting?
Bring home a young black gentleman.
You can't. How are you going to help him troubleshoot a problem with
Well, Jim was right. Lifestyle changes and medication could help. So black gentleman's a lifestyle change.
Cyanide.
All right.
I was going to say that.
Hey, we're running out of show there, Kenny.
Good one.
All right. Number 5, feel beautiful. Even though you might be an old hag,
Say old hag.
It doesn't say that.
No, but I was like ad-libbing.
Hey, that was pretty good.
We live in a culture that is constantly showing us images of youth and beauty.
Because that's what we want to look at.
Yeah. As women age, they might feel less sexually unattractive. But remember, old chickens make good soup.
Don't try to throw in your own lines. Who said that, by the way? That was some sex expert.
Yeah.
All right.
Chickens. Yeah, great.
Hurry, we got our...
Talk to the German guy about chickens.
Hey, wait, as women age, they may feel less sexually attractive. Well, how can they always get mad when some mugger attacks them and cops a little grope? Apparently not to some of the creeps out there.
Some of the ghouls.
Wait, should we finish this tomorrow?
I guess.
Should we finish tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. Because this is part of the subjects. The medley?
Yeah.
The medley that
Kenny
brought in a whole thing. Like
wait a minute,
dating tips for women, funny conversation starters. We got to get into it with Kenny.
It says, sure, your body changes as you age, but that does not reflect on your worth or desirability. Yes, it does. You're not as desirable when you're old. Sorry.
It's just people don't like thinking that, but it's true.
It is true.
For both men and women. It's just not, that's the way it is.
Not for women.
Oh, no, just for women. Is that it, Jim?
So the the ones you didn't get because it's the top 10. So it's Feel Beautiful, Take Care of Your Health, Sex After Surgery. All right, no, you know what? We got to save that for tomorrow.
Oh, there it is.
Also, others. All right, listen, Virus Tour on MySpace. Virus Tour, one word to get all the info for our comedy show that's going to hit your city, hopefully. Going to hit a lot of cities out there.
And
all right.
Tomorrow we want to get to the bottom of this virus controversy happening in the Village.
Yeah. What's up with No Filter Paul and Dugout Doug?
Dan.
Something is festering between the two of these gentlemen, and we got to get to the bottom of it.
Let's get them both on the show tomorrow. Both on the show tomorrow
yes.
Because there's some controversy.
Clear your schedules, boys.
There's a pest booth, and we have to discuss what the pests are doing at the ONA Traveling Virus Comedy Tour in the Village.
We're hammering this problem out on the air.
Tomorrow. And more from Kenny.
Thank you.
I don't know. We're all over the place as we end today, but that's okay. Oh, Billy Connolly in tomorrow? Nice.
Yes.
One of our favorite comedians.
And Michael Chiklis also from Fantastic Four and The Shield.
Yep.
We talked to him years ago. He's a very cool guy.
Yeah.
It's also Whip Him Out Wednesday tomorrow and blah, 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 blah.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. 92.3 K-Rock.